Phoenix into shape. Time to make the Emperor proud.
To you with everything I've got.
Ladies and gentlemen, the teams are now live, and thank you so much for waiting. Dude, this Dark Tech music is fucking hype. So, let me get everything transitioned here for you gamers as we get everything now. Wait, what do you mean Team 4 is in balance? What is wrong with Team 4? Team 4, P local aspect and A move? No, that's fine. We're moving on. That team is not in balance. That team is not in balance. That's fine. That is fine. Ladies and gentlemen, let's get this event on the road and let me actually start capturing the stuff. And hello, everybody. It's been a hot minute. How is everybody doing this fine Saturday evening? I'm pretty fucking excited. So, pick IG insta win. So true, Tenzo. So true, Mr. Tenzo. So, let's get the show on the road. I have posted the teams on the Discord event chat. That is the finalized team list. So, let's get everything on the road. Let's launch the game. And yeah. Sorry, the game is being casted. Oh my god, it's Becca. Hello. Praise the boy. Yes, so the reason that I have not been streaming this week is because I had my residency exam here for Denmark. So I basically had to pass a language exam here for Denmark, a Danish exam. And basically, I had 6 months to learn a brand new fucking language. Did I launch Mix It Up? I have not launched Mix It Up. Thank you so much for the reminder, Becky. I'm launching Mix It Up here so we can have our cool little redeems. Oh my god, of course Mix It Up needs to have a update. Okay, that's updating. Refund Aspect. I can't refund Aspect on the thing. Can you please do your mod duties and give Aspect all his monies back? I apologize, Mr. Aspect. But let's capture the browser here as I now add the teams here to the Challonge website. Just give me one moment, everybody. The teams are generated. So therefore, get acquainted with your buddies. Get in VC. Get in the chat with everybody. And now I need to manually add the teams. I apologize for a little bit of admin. Usually the event lasts, you know, we're always like 10 minutes late. It's fine. We are so fine. So give me 2 seconds, gamers, as I add all the teams here to the Challonge website. And yeah. I have to pee. Vocaloid, you can pee. Where Milo? Milo is actually sleeping. So we actually, speaking of Swan, we actually drilled the holes and his bed is now elevated on the wall. So hopefully we can bribe him tonight. Scarab, you took Jeff away from me. I hate you. I'm so sorry, Sebastian. I'm so sorry. No, but we finished drilling the bunch of things on the walls and he has an elevated bed, which is pretty hype. So I'm pretty happy about that. So let's see, where do I have... Oh, of course I closed it. So let me go over here to Discord, see the teams. Okay, the teams are there. So bulk add. So team 1 is Berserk, Swan Knight, and Eon. Team... I apologize, guys. Team 2 is going to be Tenso, Rook. You know what? I should probably be connecting the browse capture here for you guys. There we go. So you guys see what I can do. And so I'm adding the teams as we speak. So Tenso, Rook, and Vocaloid. Team 3 is going to be New Fancy, Rebel, and Darned Dragoon. Dude, thank you guys for showing up last moment and making sure we have so many teams for tonight's event. It's going to be sick. So team 4 is going to be Piluko, Aspect, and A-Move Hacker. And Milo's crying. Why is Milo? Dude, we have 6 teams tonight. So team 5, Trojan. Oh my god, he was stuck. I told you Milo was outside. Okay, Graviton. And then team 6 is Mendicant, Jeff, and Princess. There we go. So the teams have now been added. Oh, okay. Let me fix this so the thing doesn't freak out. That'd be sick. Oh my god, come on. Why is this thing freaking out? Come on. Can I just do this? Yes. Okay. We're doing it the hard way. It's okays. It's okay. There we go. Bulk add is going to be... There we go, team 4. I apologize, guys. I know this is not riveting gameplay, but we're about to start. And now we have 6 teams. And now I wanted to do... What's it called? Round robin, where we're going to do a single elimination for the final, since we have plenty of more teams. So, ladies and gentlemen of the Grimdark Future, I apologize for having a little bit of admin. And we have refunded Aspect. So now Aspect is now filthy rich once more. So, if we now go over to the group stage. What? Oh, that's why. I did not log in to mix it up. I'm sorry, Aspect. I didn't click a button. We're going to get you refunded. Don't worry. Okay, now it should work. Apologize for that. We're just getting the stream started. All right, Twitch is in mod. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, let's go over to the participant list as we have all the team members now fully signed up. Let's now manage the groups, assign them automatically, and we'll go over here to the group stage, ladies and gentlemen. We have all 6 teams. And are you guys ready to begin tonight's 3v3 event? Let's go! All right, ladies and gentlemen, the event is now live. So now let's head up over to the game. So for the first cast and first round, we're now going to post this in the event chat. Round 1 is live, guys. Let's go! So round 1 is live. Now let's swap over here to the game. Start capturing the audio. So we're going to go over to the gaming scene and make sure we capture the game. And here we are. Berserk. Yeah, Berserk showed up. Salty, was there no stream last night? No, Vocaloid. This is the only day I've streamed this week. I've had a really busy week. So, summer hat? Why does Mix It Up still no work? Let me get the wife. So sorry, Princess. We'll fix the summer hat soon. Mix It Up is being annoying. But the first game that we're going to be casting tonight is going to be... Oh, we're going to do Team 1 versus Team 4. We're going to cast that game. So let's swap on over to the game. And now see... There we go. Let's join this game, everybody. Hi, Mr. Avengi. All right, let me fix my Mix It Up here for you, Swan. I mean, Princess. All right, so our redeems now work. I apologize for that, guys. And let's head back here into the game. We are missing somebody. Who are we missing? We're missing A-Move Hacker. Where is good old A-Move Hacker, guys? But before we get this game going, before I forget, let's get a prediction going to see who wins tonight's first game. Will it be Team 1 versus Team 4? And I believe they're color-coded correctly, so you guys can't yell at me. So, ladies and gentlemen, the prediction is now up. So get to gambling. Gambas. But yeah, for those who didn't notice, I haven't streamed that much this week because I had my little residency exam. So I had the world's biggest scare studying for this exam. Because when I signed up for the exam, basically, the whole premise is for me to live in Denmark, I need to pass the Danish language exam within 6 months of me living here. And that 6 months was coming up. And I was like, okay, I signed up for my exam. And then I get a notification as soon as I sign up. It's like, hey, the exam results might take 3 weeks. Why the hell do you want to go to Denmark, frog country? I live here. It's great, Pando. So I basically signed up for the exam. It says like, hey, you have 3 weeks before you get your scores, right? Schoolboy Scarab, literally. And I'm like, 3 weeks is so long just to grade a simple exam. And I'm like, okay, but I think I'm fine. Let me see what the 6-month mark. And I got here to Denmark on December 3rd. And I'm like, okay, January, February, blah, 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 blah. I'm like, wait a second. Isn't my deadline May 3rd? And I started freaking the fuck out. I'm like, wait, my exam results won't be ready in time before the deadline. Guys, I'm gonna get fucking deported. I had this insane panic attack because I thought the deadline after 6 months was May 3rd. I'm like, oh God, oh God, oh God, I don't have the test results. The immigration service is gonna kick me out, right? So basically, I'm like freaking the fuck out. I tell Becky, my wife, I'm like, honey, I'm so sorry. I'm going to get kicked out of the country. And then I literally had my first ever panic attack. I'm freaking the fuck out. I send an email to immigration. I send an email to the school asking to see if I can speed up the test results. And I'm sitting there at night. And then my brain says, wait a second. 6 months from December is not May. That's fucking June, you idiot. So I'm like, dude, I still got a whole month. So I took my exam and I passed it. I got 29 questions out of 30 correct. And I'm staying in Denmark, guys. So I passed my exam that way. So that's a little bit of a story time for you guys. So, no, scare overreacting, that easy GG exam, dude, literally. But, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to tonight's first cast of our 3v3 tournament. Saturday night with the boys and girls. Over here on the blue team, we have Eon Fighter joining us with the Evisor Assassin. With Berserk on the Apothecary with the Blood Angel skins. This is a really cool skin. And Swan Knight joining us with the Chad Tau, ladies and gentlemen. Meanwhile, on the red team here, we have A-Move again on the Tau Commander. Piluko yet again on his Imperial Guard, ladies and gentlemen. And good old Aspect on the Apothecary. Aspect usually is an Elder Ming. Curious to see why he's playing Apothecary today. We do here have Berserk versus Piluko down the middle. Two giants going to be swinging at each other. Piluko Sentinel's going to be pushing down the middle while the Scouts are just holding firm. But the Scouts will be pushed back there by the Sentinel very soon. Apothecary can drop a heal on the Scouts, so the Scouts shouldn't be worried here. But the Sentinels is basically going to be a bully. Tacticals do pop Kraken rounds and immediately start melting the Sentinel because of the extra heavy infantry damage that it does. Guardsmen are repairing the Sentinel, but the Space Marines here from Berserk are moving forward. Sentinel at half health already. That's kind of crazy. Meanwhile, the Scouts are still healing. Second Guardsman squad is now approaching down here in the middle. Down here in the south, we have a couple of Tau being harried there by the Space Marines here from Aspect, pushing them back. Sentinel, almost at full health, does have Stomp. This is the dreaded Tier 1 matchup here with the Imperial Guard. Okay, Sentinel's going to be pushing up here, going to be using the Stomp to CC a little bit of the Tactical Squad. Sentinel here going to be dropping the Stomp. Scouts almost going to be going down. Scouts completely down to one model, ladies and gentlemen. 35 health. The Sentinel fails to make contact there last minute. And yeah, the Space Marines here getting bullied by the Guardsmen and the Inquisitor, tallying the Tacticals. The Apothecary does heal the Tacticals a little bit, but it's very dire here for the Space Marines. The Inquisitor is going to keep tagging these Tacticals in melee, but the Tacticals try to punish these Guardsmen. This is very precarious here. Tacticals still up. They're so low, dude. Okay, they get knocked over by the Inquisitor. Sentinel here trying to body block them. Guardsmen forced to retreat as the Apothecary is bullying these units. Tacticals down to a quarter health. Do get hammered. The Witch, it's stunned. Oh my goodness, is this a wipe on these Tacticals? 52 health. Luckily, that model will be able to live. But yeah, Piluko will be reigning supreme here in the middle. Meanwhile, in the north, we do see the Evisor Assassin trying to fight the Tau. Double Stormtroopers pushing up here as the Christ Commander is trying to fend off the hordes of the Stormtroopers. Stormtroopers doing really good DPS, but the Commander is in green cover. Evisor Assassin getting a little bit too low, but it's doing a really good job. Actually, he's getting exceptionally low here. Does pack those units in melee, but the Christ Commander could take him out. Oh my god, my game almost crashed there. 33 health there on the Evisor Assassin. Oh, 18 health. Oh, the Christ Commander was reloading. The Evisor barely makes it out, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, we do see the crew carnivores being called in here as the marker lights force these Stormtroopers back. The tower now reigning supreme, and so far, red team has an absolute map control here. Swan Knight losing a little bit of positioning here down in the bottom and in the middle. Hi, Mr. Bunny. Welcome to join. Welcome tonight. Glad to see you here. Okay, strike team here. Going to be bullying the crew. Nice point blank smite there, but the strike team is not being supported by any stormtroopers. They're actually going to be losing this as the power melee outbreak does come out from the crew with the thrill of the hunt. Luckily, that last strike squad will be able to live. Okay, we do see a rotation here from the Space Marines. The Blood Angels here coming to help the Grey Knights. Generators getting really low, but luckily blue team did not lose a single generator here. Salt Squad will be easily bullying the forces of the Tau. That Crisis to Commander is very, very low. Down here in the middle, we do see the Imperial Guard pushing back the forces of the Space Marines. Scouts are very, very low, ladies and gentlemen. 23 health. Plasma Gun does miss. 15 health, 10 health, and the Scout will live. Here, the Fire Warriors are getting bullied by the Space Marines as Aspect continues to run down the forces of Swan Knight here in melee. Vespids are here. Curious to see what Vespids will be able to do. Vespids do tag these guys in melee. Pathfinder's being forced back here by the tactical. The Vespids need to be very, very careful, Swan Knight. You might lose your units here. Unless you retreat, Swan Knight. Oh, Swan Knight did not retreat his Vespids, ladies and gentlemen. That is a full wipe. First wipe of tonight. Yeah, red favorite. Yeah, it's a little bit red favorite right here. Swan Knight just realized he did not retreat his Vespids. As the power bash continues here from red team. Tier 2 being researched first by a move. Oh, but on the other side, look at this. We do have tactical flamers here coming from Berserk, punishing the forces of red team. Salt Squad do get slowed there by the quill trap there from the crew carnivores. Tacticals point blank burning the generators, but power bash really, really efficient here. Okay, red team here completing their power bash. Oh, but we did see Swan Knight lose his Christ 2 commander there on the retreat path. Sentinel decapping that as well. Berserk, on the other hand, alongside Eon, did really do an exceptional job and shut down the gen farm here as well. Blue team needs to stall and try to get to tier 2. They're now 300 victory points lower. Oh, Eon Fighter, you got a little bit too ambitious there with your FSR, buddy. Brute there going to be leading the charge into the strike squad. We're trying to do melee into the Christ 2 commander. Stormtroopers trying to DPS there. Tacticals do decap the power node. Strike squad being forced to the retreat as it's taking a lot of range DPS, especially from the crew. Flamers there trying to burn the crew carnivores, doing exceptional DPS. Tacticals actually committing to the steal. Actually granting a little bit of cover there from the Stormtroopers, preventing their retreat wipe. Oh, actually, never mind. I spoke too soon. There's a lot of pissed off Assault Marines here. As I believe that's Aspect rotated all the way down from the bottom here. Oh, will that lone Stormtrooper get absolutely bodied? Has 19 health, gets focus fire, but the Guardsman actually lives with 13 health. We do see the Tau and the Space Marines here try to shut down the Pilico's Guardsmen. Assault Marines are going to be trying to chase after the artillery spotters. Nice Hammer of the Witches. They're going to be stunning the Assault Squad. Inquisitor taking a lot of DPS. Oh, the Inquisitor almost got forgotten about. Luckily, I believe the Inquisitor has just enough health to get out of there. Sentinel there providing a little bit of cover. Body blocking the forces of blue. Eon stuck tier 1 versus incoming fish. Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, there is a tier 2 tank on the way here from A move. The Devilfish is now going to be pushing up in the north. Eon does have purgations, but he's still stuck in tier 1. Meaning there's not going to be any anti-vehicle transition anytime soon. So the Devilfish, now getting the smart missile system, will easily be able to punish the forces of the Grey Knights here. Devilfish moves out, starts missiling there. Oh my god, the Flamers there from the Purgation Squad really melting the Pathfinders. Luckily, they do hop on top of the Devilfish. Purgation Squad trying to shut down the Tacticals, but the Purgation Squad gets counter shut down by Aspect. Aspect on the other side of the map. Purgation Squad needs to immediately retreat here, taking a little bit too much DPS there from the Assault Squad. Stormtroopers as well. Ooh, and Stormtrooper Squad going to be wiped there by the Scouts as the Devilfish pushes back Eon Fighter. Meanwhile, in the south, though, it's a completely different story. Berserk really pushed all the way up and retook the... It's kind of a yin-yang formation now on the map. Berserk did an exceptional job here, retook the bottom, and he's in a prime position to stomp here these generators. Swan being the first player in team and blue team to research tier 2. Stormtroopers here going to be focusing fire on the Apothecary as the Tacticals try to power bash, but it's a lot of focus fire there, especially coming from Pilico. Salt Squad in a beautiful ambush there, do shut down the RD spotters as well. Tacticals do turn around, trying to shut down the guards, and the Inquisitor does tag the Tacticals in melee. Ooh, Tacticals getting E. Oh my god, the range DPS on those tacticals have 100 health in the last squad. And the Hammer of the Witches takes him out. The Inquisitor used their special ability to one-shot that tactical there. Berserk losing their tacticals, a little bit ambitious there. Point blank grenade there coming from Berserk. Oh god, the scouts also got full wipe there, ladies and gentlemen. And ladies and gentlemen, we do have the forces of red team continue to push on. Berserk losing his scouts as well. A little bit dire here. Okay, Devilfish here trying to DPS into the Vespets, forcing a retreat. But it's looking a little bit dire. Red team might just completely capitulate here and just overrun the forces of blue. Oh, Purgation Squad also goes down. It's an absolute massacre here up in the north. Pathfinders here getting bullied by the beautiful Devilfish. Yeah, you tell him, buddy. You tell him. Benji, behave, buddy. Okay, Berserk here. Attempting another Power Bash at the bottom. Tactical Squad. Here to reinforce as well. Actually, no, sorry. This is not Berserk. This is Aspect. As Pelico steals the victory point of the home objective here for blue team. And I'll be triple capping blue team here. If only A-Move realized they can go into the... Yeah, basically the Devilfish can just bully them because there's no anti-tank in the base. Assault Squad here getting absolutely melted. Hammer of the Witch is almost wiping the Assault Squad as well. Assault Squad getting wiped there. Okay, Apothecary also being forced to retreat. Vespid do shut down the Guardsmen. The Guardsmen do have plasma guns. Sentinel will be doing a stomp. Berserk lost everything, ladies and gentlemen. Scout Squad here trying to push back there as well. Oh god, the Vespid. The Vespid are getting eaten alive. Oh, we do have a Devilfish coming out here from Swan Knight. The heroes of the greater good. Whose Sternguard is this? Okay, Berserk called in Sternguard. Okay, we have Devilfish v Devilfish action. Ooh, Sentinel transition into crack missiles. Needs to now swap from frag into crack to actually do damage there. Beautiful Barracuda runs to be suppressing all of the guardsmen right there. Tacticals and Assault Squad do jump the Devilfish, shutting down the Sternguard. Devilfish down to half health by the crack missiles. Oh, Sentinel gets one more missile, gets a rear armor hit, and the Melta Bomb will be taking out the Devilfish as it loses control and crashes into the wall. It's very, very expensive loss there for Swan Knight. 50 victory points left on the docket here for blue team as red team continues to ravage here, ladies and gentlemen. Oh my god, it's a new skin here. What? Look, he has a little bit of a hat. I did not notice the Chrysler Commander had a hat now. What? Or am I blind? Has this always been a thing? He's a little unicorn helmet now. That's awesome. All right, Devilfish. Oh, the Inquisitor. No! Inquisitor almost gets pelted there, but the forces of red team do wipe the Chrysler Commander there from Swan Knight. Tier 3 being researched by Pilico, but it's not really required as there's 26 victory points left on the docket, ladies and gentlemen. Didn't realize the X-Fate is a Cyclops. Damn, Pano. Yep, and this was what you spoke about earlier. The Devilfish should literally just A-move into that base right now. Ten victory points less. And ladies and gentlemen, red team will be tonight's first victor. So let's end the prediction for everybody here. As Team 4 is tonight's first W. Let's go. Let's report the scores on that one on the map, on the website. And yeah. Team Rebel 1. All right. Thank you very much, Dragoon. Let's report that scores as well. As we now... Oh, I made a mistake. I left my browser in the same monitor as my game. So now we're stuck in the loading screen. Miku, hello. Glad to see you, buddy. Hope you're good. Hi, Crisis. Welcome back. A pug owner can't insult me. Damn. 10-minute long team fight game. Extremely action-packed. Good game. GG's, princess. All right. Now let's move this and now swap on over to the browser scene so we can now report the scores So Team Rebel has won. So Rebel team has won. I didn't know where most of my squads went, Lamau. Crisis, are you Eon Fighter? I think that's you, right? My team won. Thank you very much, Sebastian. So Trojan Angles, and I forget who's your third player, but it says invitation pending. Hello, Eon. Glad to see you back for another event, buddy. Love to see you on the roster. So I think one of your stormtroopers got stuck up in the north, and a scout squad threw a grenade on it. I think that's what happened. All right, ladies and gentlemen, round 2 is now live. Now let's generate this and post this on the event channel. Round 2 is live. And who do we want to cast now? Let's see. That was actually really fast round 1. Okay. Let's do, ooh, do we want to do Tenso, Rook versus Jeff, Mendican, and Princess? Or do you want to see New Fancy Rebel versus Pilico and Aspect? Let's do Tenso. Let's do Team 2, Team 6, because we haven't casted anybody yet. So let's do that. Graviton, you're the third player, Trojan. Okay, thank you so much, Graviton. It says something happened with Shalonge's usernames. So thank you very much, Graviton. All right, so now let's transition back into the game. And let's cast the next one, guys. I believe it's this one. Unless they just started. No, they did not. Let's go. We're in. So let's get the predictions going for tonight. / prediction. And let's see who wins. And what team is this? This is Team 2 versus Team 6. And Team 2 is the one with Tenso. And Tenso is on red team. So I'm not going to bait you guys. I'm going to color code this. So nobody can get mad at me. They are color coded now. Okay, the prediction is now live, you beautiful gamblers. Which Scarab? Hi, Mr. Fireys. I just turned colorblind for you. Aw, thank you. I'm so glad that you turned colorblind for me. Is Team 6 the one with Jeff? They should be color-coded, is all I'm going to say, Biospinner. Are Strike Squads a power unit? Yes. So, Crisis, my recommendation for your build is just open up with Strike Squad. For Order of Malleus, Strike Squad first is the general rule of thumb. Oh, I thought you meant power melee. Whoops. Rebel just corrected me. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the second game of tonight's event here. Up in the red team, we have the Tenso, the man himself, on the Crisis Suit Commander. A lot of Tau representation tonight. Love to see it. Rook here on the Sorcerer, leading the forces of chaos. And Vocaloid joining us here on the Salamanders as a Tech Marine. Very unorthodox for Salamanders, I'd say. But look at that cool cape here, Vocaloid. So cool. Magnificent Jefferson here joining us with their farce here. Princess on the War Boss, baby. Name a more iconic duo. And Mendicant Bias here on the Lictor Alpha. Very curious to see. We do have the War Boss here, throwing the Sorcerer into a locker early game as they bullies them off the point. Over here, the Lictor Alpha is going to be skulking, scouting the forces of Tenso there. Down here in the middle, we do see the War Boss doing a little bit DPS. The Shoot-Up Boys as well. Nice proc of the Sorcerer's ability there. The Tzeentch Worship giving the CSM a little bit of movement forward. Sorcerer's trying to find a good angle. Is going to be Doom Bolting the Sluggas. Half healthing them already. Very vicious there from Rogue. War Boss going to be leading the charge, trying to tag the CSM. Shoot-Up Boys need to punish those heretics. But Vocaloid coming in from the side rafters here with their tacticals. War Boss getting a little bit low there as the heretics move up. Oh my god, the Sluggas there got absolutely bullied there by the tacticals. Vocaloid actually turning the tides, as well as Tenso collapsing here in the middle. but we do see a reversal here as the Banshees do jump on top of the Tacticals, but the Heretics could wipe the Banshees, forcing a retreat here in Jefferson. It's a very icky fight here, like a very disorganized and very good here so far for the red team. Doom Bolt coming out into the Shooter Boys. Blob, luckily they didn't have much energy. Warboss being forced to retreat here. Farseer trying to DPS into the Tech Marine, but the Shooter Boys on full retreat here, ladies and gentlemen. Up in the north, we do see Tenso decap the victory point here from blue team that they managed to sneak all the way up there to steal. Okay, Warrior Broods here coming out from Mendicant Bias there as the grenade launcher from the Crisis Commander is feasting on these poor Gaunt's. The suppression from the Heretics into the grenade launcher is vile. Oh my god. Rangers coming out here, getting the long rifles already set up. Heretics forced to retreat there. Sluggas do get their Burnas. They need to jump on top of the CSM. They cannot be worried too much about the Crisis Commander. He wins in range. You need to bum rush him to really negate that. Okay, Banshee's going to be leading the charge here. Sorcerer on the sides. Rangers trying to DPS into the CSM as the Crisis Commander is getting the Repulsor Shield upgrade. Tenso going very heavy early on in his Commander. Okay, Shooter Boys here leading the charge into the Crisis Commander. Slugga Boys do tag him in melee. Oh, but nice Repulsor Shield on the Crisis Commander. Buying some time, though. The Shooter Boys needed to focus fire on the Fire Warriors. Slugga Boys are taking a lot of flank damage there. As a mass Tyranid Armada here now flanks the forces of the Tau, the greater good. Fire Warriors are now going to be tagged in melee by the Hormagaunts. Tenso there does not have the shield, forcing a retreat there on the Fire Warriors. But look at this. Havoc's being set up point blank here. Warboss does charge in and immediately shut him down. Nice micro there from Princess, shutting them down. Sorcerer already at quarter health, but he's bleeding the Shooter Boys back. Warboss is going to be chasing after the Havoc. CSM trying to do DPS, but the Sorcerer actually manages to push back the two Shooters Boys there. Warboss continuously harassing the Havocs as the Lictor Alpha now moves to help. Raveners right there need to jump on top of the CSM, but actually waddle past them as the CSM get a full generator because of that. We do see the Jeff here retaking the side objective and retaking the power node as the forces of blue team do overtake over here. Okay, Jefferson does have a weapons team going second weapons team. Vocaloid has now gone double scouts. Painboy is out here for the Orcs, though. Bro, making vote team 2 versus team 6. What do you mean? They're color-coded, Tom. They're color-coded. You can't yell at me. Okay, Rangers trying to DPS there into the Tacticals. Banshees do tag the Tacticals in melee. Assault Squad do counter-engage. Farseer is also in melee. The double scout DPS there from Vocaloid does push the Banshees back. Farseer is the only thing tagging melee. Rangers are forced back, but the Orcs are there to support the Rangers. Farseer doing a little bit of blink damage there. Farseer finally retreats there, but the Slugga Boys and the Pain Boy could push all of this back. Ooh, nice DPS there from the Slugga Boys. But the forces of chaos are now there to contest. Luckily, there are weapon teams here set up. There's a lot of line of sight situations here. Havoc's trying to find an angle there on the sides. I don't think they've been spotted. Ooh, Princess. Princess needs to immediately shut down those Havocs with their War Boss. This flanking angle from the Havocs. The Rangers doing exceptional DPS there, but do get suppressed into the Raptors, forcing a mass retreat here. Princess needs to retreat their Sluggas. Their Sluggas are going to get eviscerated in melee. One model left on the Sluggas and gets assassinated by the Raptors, ladies and gentlemen. That is a full wipe. Painboy also forced to retreat as the Raptors do jump away into safety. Shooter Boys focusing fire the Sorcerer. Weapons team here does suppress the Heretic Squad. Warboss running over there does shut down everybody. Does get a stomp knockback on everybody as well. Scouts getting eviscerated by the weapons team. And so far, we do see the forces of blue team stabilize here and can keep control of the victory point. Okay, Warboss leading the charge. Any upgrades for any heroes? Lictor Alpha does have adrenal glands and a pheromone. Other than red team, okay, Crisis Commander fully upgraded. Gets the armored battlesuit upgrade as well. Starts using grenade launcher shenanigans there as well. As the Howling Banshees are forced to retreat. Shooter Boys there trying DPS, and the one generator does go down thanks to Princess, but the Warboss is getting exceptionally low. Forced to retreat as the Havocs do set up there to push back the forces of the Shooter Boys. Salt Squad does shut down the weapons team. Rangers and Banshees immediately there to react to the Salt Squad. Vocaloid's Assault Squad might be wiped here. They took a little bit too long to retreat. And the Banshees eat the Assault Squad for lunch, ladies and gentlemen. Oh my god. The Farseer buffs and the Banshees just eviscerated that poor Assault Squad. Forces of Chaos alongside their Salamander allies will be pushing on the victory points here as the Orcs and the Eldar try to put up a front. Banshees here trying to be cheeky, trying to harass, but they are going to get collapsed here by the Salamanders and Chaos. Forcing a retreat in the Banshees. Weapon team in a very precarious angle. Weapon team not fully set up, granting the Heretics a lot of time to move up and chase after them. Orcs need to immediately jump on top of those Heretics. Rangers using their stealth to get out of dodge there as the weapon team finally starts setting up. Farseer going to take a ton of damage on the retreat path. Weapon team will be able to suppress the Heretics and the Raptors, but the Raptors just had enough energy to shut down the weapons team. Shooter Boys, we need to force a retreat here. Shooter Boys almost getting wiped there by the ranged Daka as Red Team will finally be able to retake this victory point. Looking like a very close game, but Tier 2's already on the docket as we see Princess getting a War Truck out and Tenso getting a Devilfish, ladies and gentlemen. Where is Ven? Okay, Mendicant Bias here just completely dominating the right side of the map. Fighting Tenso tooth and nail here. Stealing the home victory point here for blue team and solidifying the advantage for red team. Okay, we do see the forces of Tenso have a Devilfish out and about already. Devilfish will be pushing up. And there's nothing here, no Venom Brutes. As Mendicant Bias is now in the Tier 2 transition, the Devilfish will easily be able to push back the forces of the Tyranids. But down here in the south, Warp Spiders are out here from Jeff. Tactical's taking a little bit DPS as the Banshees chase after them. War Boss and friends trying to lead the charge. Nice blink there from the Warp Spiders. Do try to ambush the Tech Marine. Tech Marine's going to take a ton of melee damage on the retreat path, but luckily not enough connects. Devilfish trying to chase after the Tyranids. The Tyranids now moving in a herd, trying to do a little bit of generator damage there. Lecter Alpha taking a ton of DPS there from the Grenade Launcher and the Devilfish being forced back there. As the Hormagaunts were not attack moving the generators. Is a massive, massive micro blunder right there for Mendicant. Devilfish here just kind of feasting, pushing them back. Dreadnought being researched here by Vocaloid. That can really threaten and Magnificent Jeff down there in the bottom. Havoc's there trying to shut down the War Boss. But the War Boss from Princess will be able to secure the victory point. Hi, World Beater. Hi, Dan Order. Glad to see you guys back in chat, guys. I love you guys. Devilfish, they're going to be pushing back. Oh, we do see a wipe there. Is that the Havocs? Yes. The Slugger Boys just full wiped Rooks, Havocs. That's a massive loss. And will the Sorcerer go down to the Flarenas? Oh my god. One more little burn of stream and that would have killed that guy. Devilfish doing a really good job to stall the Orcs here in the middle. But the War Truck is on the way as Jeff rushes Tier 3, ladies and gentlemen. Wow-weeze. We do see a Whittle Ripper Swarm being summoned here. Look at these little guys as they go on about their day with no thoughts. Look at this. It's a Salamander Dreadnought. It's a little flag. That's so cute. Okay, Meltaguns coming out here from the Dreadnought. Staying on theme for the Salamanders. Devilfish kind of just chilling there on the sides. Guy who says wow-wee. What? What, buddy? I say wow-wee so much. I say wow-wee a lot. What's wrong with saying wow-wee, buddy? You don't have to bully me. What the heck? Scout squad's here getting pushed back by the double shooters, almost eviscerating those scouts. Thank you so much for the Brainbug World Beater. Much appreciated. Claw coming out here from the War Boss. That can really threaten the Dreadnought in melee. Needs to be very careful. The War Boss can't tear it apart in melee. Sorcerer moving up. Warp Spider throws a bomb on the Dreadnought, slowing it down and shutting it down as the War Boss starts tearing into it. Oh, Tech Marine getting exceptionally low. Luckily, the Dreadnought has enough HP. He can probably waddle away. There's not a lot of damage. The War Boss in continuous melee can kill it, but it's going to be taking a long time. Up here in the forces of the Tyranids are eating some CSM in melee. There is a Chaos Dreadnought trying to use its autocannon. The Devilfish needs to move. The Tau Empire needs to help the CSM allies here. Chaos Dreadnought going to be pushing everybody back. Dreadnought here from Vocal managed to get out to safety into the scouts. Autocannon Dreadnought, they're going to be punishing the Hormagaunts. as the Raveners do steal the victory point once more. Victory point still in the lead here for blue team. Okay. Ooh, ladies and gentlemen, the tank busters here do take out Vocaloid Dread Knight. Nice snipe there from Princess. Scouts here in tacticals are going to be jumped here by the Burna Boys. And alongside the War Boss, Autocon and Dreadnought doing really good DPS. Tacticals need to retreat. They cannot afford to take too much DPS there. Tank busters should actually be shooting the generators. They do really good damage, but they actually start blasting into the Chaos Dreadnought. Banshee's forcing the scouts back as they now jump onto the other scouts inside of this building right here. Scouts forced to retreat. Might get wiped here on the retreat path though. Luckily two models do get out. Dreadnought there, trying to chase after the Banshees, but fails to spot the tank bust ambush there. Oh, Chaos Dreadnought so low as the Bright Lance does take it out, ladies and gentlemen. The tank bust does do one more volley. Red team starting to lose a lot of big ticket items here. Devilfish trying to push up here, trying to collapse into the forces of blue team, as a lot of players from blue team are about to hit tier 3, ladies and gentlemen.
God chose me for this fight. God is the teacher.
Okay, Sorcerer here being bullied.
Derek is the
Jeff
student.
is tier 3 and now gets a Seer Council on the field, ladies and gentlemen. God is the teacher. Thank you so much, Pando. Oh, Painboy getting exceptionally low, but luckily Princess does catch him. 9 health, 4 health. Oh no, the Painboy got assassinated. Oh, nice pick there from Vocaloid. Warp Spider's being forced to retreat there. I think I'm going to flame Jeff again. Why are you going to flame Jeff, Pano? Okay, Tech Marine here. Going to be run down by the War Boss as the Rangers continue to do range DPS. Up here, we do see a massive Tyranid push. Tank busters do take out the Devilfish. That is a massive loss for Tenso. The War Truck feasts one more as it acts as a little taxi for the tank busters. As now the Tyranids will be able to completely dismantle this generator farm. I'm going to flame you, Piano. You tell him, Benji. You tell him. Okay, generators are going to going down as we do see a Knob squad being called in by Princess. Noise Marine being called in by Rook. Raveners do steal. Is that Ravener asleep? Hello? Hello? Yo, wake up! Oh no, they were actually underground. Okay, never mind. I got baited. I was like, why is that guy on the floor? Okay, the Tau gun line almost mulching through these Hormigons. As the Sorcerer and Heretics push up, he said 6-7. Dude, 6-7, am I right? Ooh, Raveners could get wiped. Luckily, the grenade missed. The Tau do push up. Fireworks do have pulse rifles there. But, oh, there's nothing really to... Okay, nice Pathfinder grenades. Nice knockback there from the Kresu commander. Needs to use his shield immediately to really prevent all this melee from tagging the Tau gun lines. Nice use of the shield there, but the Hormigons are already there. Noise Marines need to start mulching through the... Oh, God, the Tau, the Pathfinder is getting completely eaten alive. And the Noise Marines get auto-micro. They don't see the massive amount of Hormigons there. Crisis Commander desperately trying to use his grenade launcher point blank. Oh, no, Vocaloid Scout. Does nobody see the Hormigons here? Oh, Vocaloid had A moves there to the victory point to capture them, but they're getting fully surrounded. No! Vocaloid does realize last minute, but the Scouts are wiped, ladies and gentlemen. Red team has now lost the majority of the forces, and GG is called. Congratulations to blue team. Let's end the prediction and give everybody their whittle points. As Team 6 is tonight's round 2 victor. Let's go over here and start reporting some scores. So over here, we do see Mendicant, Jeff, and Princess winning tonight. Round 2. We're waiting on the other 2 games to finish, and we will report the scores. I'm going to go to the bathroom real quick while we wait, and everybody please behave. I'm going to... Oh, all right, off to the bathroom and BRBs. All right. What did I miss, guys? What did I guess? Do you reckon if Scarab has a long piss, he says, wow, we? Yes, Ladrich, that is actually factually correct. I do say that, wow, we, that was a long piss. All right. Do we have any other reports other than this game? I'm trying to read chat here to catch up with everybody. Let's see. Hi, Vocaloid. How was good? I got hacked. Who hacked me, World Beater? Who hacked me? Yeah, Vocaloid, you did great, to be honest. It was Princess that bullied you in the side lane with the tank buses in the truck. That's what happened. I believe the other teams are still probably playing. Dan Order, thank you so much for the 290 bits. 290 for 29 questions. Congrats, Garrett. God Gate or something. I don't know. I don't speak Elfish, but you know, apparently. Dude, thank you so much for the 290 biddies, buddy. Dude, I was so worried about passing that exam. Like, I've been studying Danish for like 6 months. And I crammed like for 7 days in a row, dude. Like, I would be studying day in and out, like doing like 6-hour study sessions. And then I went and I was super over prepared for the exam. So I'm like, yes. So thank you so much, Dan Order. Appreciate it. I got one more exam to go, and that's in 4 months. So we'll be able to knock that one out of the park as well. My team won. All right. Thank you very much, Sebastian. I appreciate you, buddy. So let's report this. Trojan, Sebastian, and Graviton there. And now we're waiting for Team 3 and Team 4. Spirit study Danish? Yes, Spirits. I'm an American who has moved to Denmark. And for my residency permit, I need to learn Danish. So, yeah. Benji, don't use that word, buddy. Ja, men welcome till. Oh, Mangetak Spitz. Mangetak. So 4 months free and studying the night before as per usual, as everybody. No, Dan Order. The problem is I can't afford to do that, Dan Order, because if I do that, I am fucked. Because if I don't pass the other one, I'll get deported. So. Could you be Danish without speaking a word of it? If your wife is Danish? Yeah, my wife is Danish. I did get out Gordon. Yeah, Vocaloid, you played really, really well, dude. Like, Vocaloid, I was showcasing your Salamander display really great. Yeah, you have to set up the bash, I agree. We're just waiting on one more team, ladies and gentlemen, and we'll be moving on to the next round. We lost? All right, awesome. Thank you very much, Rebel.
Born out of laying around on their asses. We've been born.
All right, congratulations to Pilico and Aspect for that one. And now round 3 is going to be generated. Let's go.
And we're beautiful. And we're ready to build the next
civilization
in God's plan.
Let's go. Dude, I love that redeem so much. All right, round 3 is live, and it's posted in the event chat. Round 3 is live. And let's look at the standing. We're now halfway mark here of the Swiss. And looking at the scores, Team 4, which is Pilico and Aspect here, against Trojan and Angle, seems to be at the top section. And I think, will they be fighting each other? Yes, and let's cast this game, guys. So now let's transition back into the game. Oh, guess who's in a loading screen? Me. Vocaloid, you really did do well. You consistently contributed to fights and kept squads alive. Yeah, I agree. Like, Vocaloid, you, like, I think if you go watch at the very beginning of the cast, Vocaloid, you actually ruined the middle fight for Princess because you just sent a tactical squad to help out, and that ruined Princess's push down the middle. You were very present, I'd say, in every single fight, which is really good as a beginner. Like, you were there, you're trying to contribute as much as you could. And if you just lost in the thick of the fight, I'd say tier 2 to tier 3, essentially. All right. Now let's see. Yes, Trojans here hosting the game. And now let's move on to the Observer. As map 3 is Nocturne Inferno. You go buy snackies, oh please. High Crisis. That's how walkers grow. They either dominate for a while, die instantly. Yeah, the problem, Vocaloid, with your Dreadnought is that you pushed up with it all the way to the gen farm, but with no support. You don't want to push up your vehicles without any infantry support. Pano, don't call me out. Scarab sitting at home watching games while wife has to go shopping. GG. Yeah, dude, Pano, I'm living the fucking life, buddy. I love my wife. Oh, you were trying to buy time to cap with your Dreadnought? Okay, I can see the thought process. But Princess got the claw upgrade on their war boss, and they managed to bully your Dreadnought. I'm jealous, not gonna lie. Good. My wife is fucking cool, all right? I'm the fucking grocery buyer. Me too, though. Me too. But we do a really good setup. Like, Becky is not a morning person. She fucking hates the mornings. So what we do is that I usually wake up and she stays in bed, and I just make breakfast for us. I cook like a very elaborate breakfast and such, so she can stay in bed, you know? That way when I'm streaming and I'm busy, then she cooks dinner and she buys groceries and stuff, you know?
Why are you exposing?
Why am I exposed? Oh, it's because they were saying that you're based. They were saying that you're based for helping me out.
I love you, Ted. Thank you for saying that I'm based.
Makes breakfast and leaves it at bed. Dude, literally. Well, no, Pano, she's right here. She's
right here.
She's right there. Thank you so much for the hard Dan order. I love you, buddy. Bro, ads. See, that's why you can subscribe to Pano, so you don't get ads. But I also run ads in between games. I don't like running ads during a game because that just kind of ruins the vibe. So you're welcome. I have them timed perfectly. But since we're in a little bit of a downtime here, Dan Order, thank you so much for the tier 1 sub, buddy. Dude, Fiery, get gifted. Dude, Dan Order here being the fucking absolute Chad that it is. Ravello, thank you so much for the follow, buddy. Much appreciated. No ads for you, says Dan Order. He's giving his MMA paper on Pikachu and Gardevoir. Dude, let's go. Bunny, for some reason, I feel like you're a Gardevoir enjoyer. I don't know. That's the only Pokemon name I know. But Dan Order, and for those who loved giving some gifted subs, I've been working on an animation for gifted subs. Basically, I'm like working on this VFX. So like whenever somebody gives subs, a bunch of portals will open up in the screen, and then a bunch of Imperial cruisers will going to be coming out and have this really cool voice line. I'm like, my Lord Admiral, reinforcements from the Gothic sector plays. And then like a bunch of cruisers come out and they do like an orbital strike. So I really want to go crazy with like the UI and the redeems and stuff like that to really, really like honor you guys. So sounds lame, honestly. Fuck you, Revel. I love you, Revel. Never mind. I hecking love Vaporon. Dude, Vaporon's hot. All right. Who are we waiting on? Okay, we're just waiting on good old Sebastian here. Yeah, Fire, you better give Dan Order some love. You gotta give Dan Order some love there, Fiery. All right, ladies and gentlemen of the Grimdark Future, welcome to tonight's third cast in our 3v3 event. Over here, we have good old Lord General Pilico reigning supreme in his Imperial Guard, leading the red team. Aspect here on the Apothecary. A move on the Crisis Commander. Sebastian on the Sorcerer here for blue team. Graviton on the Brother Captain. And good old Trojan will play TV on the Orc War Boss. Oh, before we do that, I gotta end I gotta start the prediction here. So who wins? Blue versus red. And the prediction is now live for you, gentlemen.
Allies have taken a power node.
Falcomary kill, Vaporon, Gardevoir, or Mewtwo? I kind of agree with that panel. That's kind of based. Okay, we do have the Sentinel here. Going to be bullying the Orc. That's a lot of Dacker in front of the Sentinel, but the Sentinel is pretty much a raid boss tier 1. Scouts here, not in cover. Ooh, Apothecary is going to be tagged in melee. Apothecary taking exceptional amounts of DPS. I think Aspect already used his heal. Tacticals and Guardsmen trying to focus the War Boss, but this massive wall just keeps running down. The Apothecary getting exceptionally low to all the ranged Daka. Scouts here going to be tagged in melee by the Sluggas. Immediately retreat. War Boss, on the other hand, is getting the same treatment, though. Does get a stomp, knock everybody over, but the War Boss is being forced back. Strike Squad do tag the Tacticals in melee as a shoot-up boy style. Focus the Guardsman. Never focus the Sentinel. It's bait. Always focus the Guardsman. Guardsman on the retreat path there through a bunch of Sluggas. Strike Squad going to be bullying the other Guardsmen. And once the Guardsmen retreat, that's when you focus the Sentinel. It does not have any repair buddies. Shoot-up boys here trying to chase after alongside the Strike Squad. But yeah, blue team will be pushing off red team off of their own victory point this early, ladies and gentlemen. Wow. We do have the Lord General in melee. Does have a power sword. Can bully some shooter boys, but needs to be careful. The Brother Captain and the Strike Squad are on the way back. Sentinel trying to harass. And yeah, down here in the south, we do see a standstill. The crew there advancing already have thrilled the hunt. Do eat a massive Doom Bolt to the face, but do tag the CSM in melee. Heretics are there to support, but look at it. The Crest Commander is trying to support there with a burst cannon. CSM on the retreat path already. Oh my god, is it a wipe on the Heretics? The Cruder just eviscerating the Heretics. Wow. The heal there from the Crude, I think they actually killed a bunch of the Heretics and healed because of that. Really great plays here from Move down the bottom. Okay, we do see the Brother Captain go down from the forces of blue team as red team now pushes up. Graviton lost a couple of units. I actually don't think he lost anything. He just only lost his Brother Captain. I take that back. What the hell are you guys talking about in chat, guys? Oh, you Pokemon fans are wild. All right, we do have the CSM moving up here. Crested Commander at a quarter health there, trying to harass the generators a little bit. I honestly would have just retreated him just to start healing. As red team here now will be besieging Trojan and friends here for the blue team. Tacticals here could steal the victory point. Do have the speed capture because they are tacticals. Okay, Sentinel going to be bullied back here. Wabi and Pop there on the shooter boys. Slugga boys immediately jump on the tacticals. Oh, the tacticals a little bit too far forward. Aspect is forced to retreat. Interceptors do shut down the South Squad. Try to shut down the Stormtroopers. Oh, sorry, the Stormtroopers are their own allies. Whoops. As red team is now being pushed back here by blue team. We do see the back and forth here. Orc, Wabi, and Pop, but they need to recap everything on the way forward. As red team has a massive map advantage over blue team. You're ranking Dawn of War 2 players. It's suspiciously all of them are named after Pokemon though. Storm Boys there are going to be jumping on top of the RD spotters, forcing a retreat as the Guardsmen trying to screen for them. Warboss getting exceptionally low there. Scout Snipers could potentially take them out, but the Warboss immediately domes a model in melee. Storm Boys here continuously try to bleed a couple of models of the Guardsmen, but the Stomp forces them back. Shooter Boys very low as well, forced to retreat. As the Sentinel pushes forward. Double Interceptor Squad from Graviton. That might have been a missed purchase there from Graviton. If not, that'd be sick, but if not, that's going to be a very expensive Overwatch. Gun drones here going to be shut down by the Raptors. Into a Doom Bolt. Oh, that's so much damage. But luckily, the Crude are feasting, but the Heretics will be able to punish back the Crude. The Crude chasing... Actually, no, the Crude are kind of like eating everybody alive here. Oh my god. The healing of the Crude, since they're taking out very low health models. These gun drones need to immediately set up. Oh god, the CSM here. CSM do manage to get out. The Cruider finally getting very low. Sorcerer is trying to bully them off the point. Gun drones do set up. As the Sorcerer does teleport and assassinate the last Crude. Nice micro there from Sebastian. Exceptional plays, and that Crude was a fully upgraded Crude squad. Very expensive loss there for a move. Over here in the middle, we do see the Interceptors. Double Interceptors do bully the Space Marines. Are these tacticals shooting while they're in melee? That was a bug. Okay, Strike Squad here being bullied. Interceptors do get a counter engage there on those other units, but a massive push here forces the Guardsmen back. Storm Boy's getting melted there by the last turret as well, taking very, very high amounts of DPS. Guardsmen do focus fire. The Shooter Boys got very dangerously close, and the Guardsmen do hold firm. Down here in the middle, we do see the Interceptors getting suppressed here. Graviton, oh, nice grenade there, knocking the back. Interceptors do tag the gun drones, but it's too much DACA there from the Tau gun lines, forcing a retreat. Over here, ooh, a move forgot about his commander. Heretics are in the chase, as well as the Raptors. Raptors do assassinate the Krysu commander. A little bit of a misplay there from a move. Tier 2 being researched first by Red Team, as they now retake the middle of the map. Let's take a sip here of my little Pepsi. Scout shotties here, bullying the Shooter Boys back. Stormtroopers trying to DPS into Aspect Scouts. As the Raptors and Heretics push on. Apothecary there trying to heal up. Is that triple scouts? Yeah, Aspect has gone triple scouts. Now that I look at it, double snipers and one shotties. Aspect, this Aspect, this build is vile, buddy. What the hell is this? Okay, we do see the Strike Squad there taking a massive amounts of DPS thanks to the Scout Snipers. Apothecary does intercept in melee. Strike Squad being forced to retreat. Interceptors needed to be the ones engaging first. Tacticals do prop their Kraken rounds here as the Interceptors try to chase after the Scout Squad. Brother Captain going to be tagging the Scouts there in melee. Interceptors, one Interceptor squad, very, very low, down to 2 models. Needs to be very dangerously careful. Does retreat as the other Interceptor squads do bully the Tacticals off. Up here, we do see the Orcs trying to gun down the Guardsmen, but the Guardsmen last fire is a little bit too much as the Warbus does go down here for Trojan. Tier 2 being researched now by Blue Team, but Red Team is now getting their first Tier 2 units already on the field. Aspect unleashing his inner toxic self, dude, literally. Okay, generator farm here going to be destroyed by Red Team. Ooh, Brother Captain getting a little bit low there. Apothecary does have the Sanguine Chainsaw, going to really, really make him a raid boss in melee. Okay, Heretics here worshipping as the bottom generator is completely in lockdown for Sebastian. Oh, thank you. Oh, the wife got gummies. Let's go. We got Haribo gummy bears for tonight. That's awesome. Let's go. I love my wife. Down order says we need 5 scouts. Dude, literally. Okay, we have the Devilfish on the way, ladies and gentlemen. Blue team win. I went all in for you. World beater. I don't know, man. They got to pull on something here. Devilfish is going to be punishing the forces of Sebastian as he does not have any anti-vehicle transition here. Up in the north, we do see an engagement here as the Guardsmen and the Sentinel do push into the Orcs for forcing the Aspect back. Ooh, Orcs getting very, very low here. Apothecary forced to retreat. Oh, will the Shooter Boys get assassinated? Nice wipe there by the Guardsmen. Storm Boys do shut down the Guardsmen. Interceptors also shut down. This is a mass melee blob. Sentinel does do a stomp, but it fails to connect with all the melee units tagging everything. Guardsmen sounding the retreat here as the last turret provides a little bit of cover fire. These Shooter Boys can go down to the last turret. The last turret wipes 2 models. No, the last turret's actually going to wipe these Shooter Boys, I think. Oh my god, Trojan does not see that one Shooter Boy with 1 model. No, he died. Oh, that's so painful. That could have been avoided. Damn. Multi-last turret MVP right there. Down here at the bottom, we do see a generator power bash coming from the Devilfish as a move continues to bully Sebastian here. Sebastian does have Plague Marines. Plague Marines are the perfect counter to destroy Devilfish. Ooh, I like to see this. Sebastian using the forces of Zinj here, the worship, to give cover to the Plague Marine so they don't see this advance. Oh my god. Okay, we have Mark of Khorne CSM moving on. Plague Marines do get a missile off. Slow the Devilfish. Khorne CSM do get slowed. A Sorcerer trying to tug the gun drones. Raptors do immediately counterbatch there. Plague Marines still chasing after the Devilfish, but failed to connect. Barracuda run being called in point blank, forcing a mass retreat. Wow, this Devilfish being alive is so lucky. Sorcerer... Oh, missile! Oh my god, the Devilfish has 9 health! Sorcerer will be going down here to the Devilfish. That is so unfortunate. That is a 9 health Devilfish. Oh my god. Down here in the middle, we do see Apothecary retaking this, and we do see the Eternal Choke Point battle here as the Orcs push into the Guardsmen. Guardsmen tagged in melee there by the Storm Boys, but the Storm Boys taking a lot of DPS. Stick Bomb was coming out, stunning all of the Guardsmen. Shooter Boys trying to eviscerate the Guardsmen. Stick Bombas can unleash another volley. Sentinel now down to a quarter health. Sentinel being focus fired by the Shooter Boys. Nice bombs there. Ooh, nasty bombs there from the Stickos. Warboss getting very low. Sentinel down to 35 health. Manages to stabilize. Warboss being forced back. Sentinel does go down. Shooter Boys finally take the assassination there. Nicely played. Down here, we do see the Apothecary in melee with a bunch of Interceptors and Strike Squad. Strike Interceptor Squad getting exceptionally low. Plasma Gun coming out from the Tactical is going to be really punishing them. Apothecary almost does go down. Graviton is going to be able to shut down all these scouts, though. Tier 3 being researched by Pilico. Apothecary barely making it out alive. As Aspect does have a Dreadnought moving up into the middle. Oh, thank you so much for the Mustache 10 order. Stared into the Dalka, and the Dalka stared back. Dude, that literally is what that engagement looked like. Okay, Scout Squad's here doing a lot of DPS. Brother Captain here with the Nemesis Hammer. Ooh, but the Dreadnought's actually eating him for lunch, ladies and gentlemen. The Flamer going on, the Fist going on here from the Dreadnought. Brother Captain needs to be very careful. Forced to retreat there. Orcs there on the retreat. Ooh, those Scouts near. Could get wiped here if the Warboss connects with a couple of melees. Storm Boys jumping over, but the Storm Boys actually failed to connect. Stick Bombers, they're going to be pushing back the Scouts. As the Dreadnought is now fully surrounded by Orcs, but I don't think these Orcs can actually do much to the Dreadnought. Guards are going to be moving up here from the sides. As Tier 3 is about to be completed by both A-Move and Pilico, ladies and gentlemen. 64 victory points left for Blue Team. It's looking dire for them. As the forces of Sebastian are getting eviscerated on the sides. Pathfinder's getting in alive. Storm Boys do shut down the gun drones there, causing a mass retreat here for A-Move, but the Warboss getting eviscerated in range here and finally cut up here by the Guardsmen. Dreadnought here. Gonna be leading the charge into Sebastian. As the Sorcerer tries to 1v1 the Apothecary. Very brave of the Sorcerer. So Raptors do shut down the Tacticals. The Sorcerer getting eaten alive here by the Apothecary and the Dreadnought. Plague Marines do tag the Dreadnought. Sorcerer forced to retreat as the Raptors there with the Power Maul getting knocked over by the Scout Shotties. Oh no, these Raptors. Sebastian, don't lose your Raptors, buddy. They're taking so much DPS in the retreat. Luckily, they have over 100 health. They should be fine. Plague Marines being tagged in melee here by the Dreadnought as they get chased out. That's a really nice knockback there that just happened there. Plague Marines do get another volley into the Dreadnought, but the Tau gun line will be able to pop those guys. And we do see the Grey Knights actually come back here with a flank. Beautiful flank here. Sebastian could have stayed there, but the Apothecary does push them back. Graviton is now by himself versus the Dreadnought and the Tau. Oh god, the Dreadnought, there's no counter to the Dreadnought. The Dreadnought's exactly where he wants to be. Strike Squad is going to get eaten alive here by the Dreadnought, buffing everybody around him. Brother Captain's on his way, but a little bit too late as the Interceptor spam is forced to retreat. Brother Captain, oh no. Oh no, the Brother Captain gets assassinated. Those two fights were really bad for Blue Team. They could have not afforded those fights. Win for Team Jeth. Thank you very much, Princess. It's finally somebody who buys PMs with Raptors and not Havocs. Yes, and that hero is Sebastian. Okay, we have a Lehman Rush here from Pilico. Okay, Sebastian, it will be able to res the Brother Captain. Ooh, but Crisis Suit team is out. They'll be able to mulch through all these units. Brother Captain is back up. Sorcerer getting eaten alive there, but the Crisis Suit needs to be very careful. Don't trade your Sorcerer for the Brother Captain. Market Corn CSM are forced back their knockback, as the Dreadnought and friends do chase after everybody. Ooh, nice stomp there. Oh, luckily the CSM had so much health they managed to survive there. Orbital relay being dropped here as a final stand's being called here for the guardsmen. Stick bombers here trying to do a little bit of DPS as the Lehman Russ pushes back the forces of Trojan. Trojan has no answer for this Lehman Russ, and his power node is completely going to be taken over here by Pilico. The Lehman Russ could actually just base camp him. Seems like I lose a unit and things collapse from there. Yeah, Crisis. If you lose a unit too early in this game, it's a massive snowball. You cannot afford to lose units. No, there goes my points. Watch them as they fall. That's what happens when you go all in, World Beater, but there's no other way to gamble, dude. Oh god, the Storm Boys get eaten alive there by all the guardsmen fire. Storm Boys there trying not Storm Boys, Sticky Bomb. Oh god, Trojan. The firing squad here as the Lehman Russ completely eviscerates the forces of the Orcs, and GG is called. Ladies and gentlemen, let's end the prediction here and give it on to Red Team. So now let's transition on over to the website and report some scores. GG's to Pilico and Aspect, and I believe a move for winning that fight. And Princess, you reported what? Who did you report? Win for Team Jeff. That's what that was. Okay, gotcha. Okay, Team Jeff is 1. Any reports here from Tenso's or Rebels team? Team 1 lost. Thank you very much, Crisis. LOL, Space Marines are so much easier than Ella. Dude, literally Aspect. Aspect, that triple scout build was evil. Who hurt you today, Aspect? That is the type of build you make when you wanna hate whoever you're fighting. You want them to have a bad day, dude. What the hell? Let's see. I don't think this team has won yet because I haven't seen Revel in chat yet. So Snoip. Yeah, literally. Dude, Sebastian, that Devilfish lived with fucking 4 health. That was painful. You did everything right. You engaged with the Tzeentch worship, but that Devilfish living was so unfortunate. Dude, Haribo gummies are so good. They're so goated. But how's everybody else's day going? Reminder, guys, if you haven't seen the news, if you have not seen the news, we have our very first all random tournament for next Saturday. It is going to be a $100 prize pool event next Saturday. And it's going to be a 1v1 Swiss format with a grand final single elimination. So what that entails is you sign up for the event and the only faction you can pick is all random. So it's in the spirit of the Changer of Ways, the Bringer of Fates. Tzeentch has sponsored that tournament. So the $100 is going to be split between first, second, and third place. So if you really, really want to roll the dice to see what happens next Saturday, make sure to sign up. We also could potentially have 2 sponsored events next week. So stay tuned for that for both Thursday and Saturday. I mean, I got a good race on a 2-up on a D6. True. Because Aspect, you play what? You play Eldar, you play a little bit of Orcs too, right? Oh, never mind. Orcs are the only bad roll. That's fair. Crisis, I'm probably seeing that one out. XD. Dude, well, yeah, the problem with the all random is that you need to get lucky. Any luck getting Haribo sponsorship? Dude, Bunny, I'm fucking trying. They haven't responded to any of my emails. May the odds ever be in your favor. Yeah, literally. You know what's going to happen, Aspect? You're going to get orcs 3 times in a row. Or you're going to get orcs in the grand finals. It's going to be sick. Check emails for threats from my K-Knob Fiery. Fiery. Oh, if only we could make big emotes. We could. I wish we could have made that into an emote. Just the message that I sent you. Like, I hope you die. That's going to be awesome. We're just here, just waiting on these gamers to finish their match. And we'll be going on to round 4. How many rounds did I set up here? Yeah, 4 rounds. So make sure it's only 4 so it doesn't generate more than that. Did you watch the meme vid I sent you, by the way? Did you send me a DM? Let me check. I apologize, Sebastian. I have been so, like, gone from Discord this past week. You didn't send me a meme vid. In one of our previous vids? No, I sent it here in chat. Oh, yeah, no, sorry. I completely missed it, Sebastian. Life be lifing. Dude, absolutely, but we're thriving, dude. We passed our exam. We're chilled. Did you enjoy the civil conversation I sparked with my totally serious suggestion in IG? No, Aspect, what did you do? Men, they can't ask, how are the taxes in Danish land? They're pretty high. They're really high, but I get free healthcare, affordable housing, and food that doesn't poison me. So in my end, that's kind of fair. Like, I've actually lost so much weight since I've moved without doing anything. Hi, Pilico. Glad to see you on YouTube. Having banned the General's medical armor is the best thing that happened to me. The Sergeant's medical kit works better at certain times with enemies only focusing on one unit. Damn, Pilico just found the other way around. Could you pull off a week-long tourney for the people that can play one day? The problem with that, World Beater, is that I wanted to make my streams to be like a one-and-done thing, where like you tune in and you get the resolution of the event in one day, right? Yeah, free education for the kids also, says Spritz. So true. Team Rebel wins. Oh, let's go, Rebel. Let's give the report here, ladies and gentlemen, and let's start generating round 4. Let's go. Sebastian, I will look at the video after, as round 4 is live. So, who do we want to cast tonight? Thank you very much, Sebastian. I shall watch that after stream or when I have a chance during some downtime. And let's look at the standings. So we have Team 4 being reigning supreme. Rebel and New Fancy now being round 2. And actually, where is Rebel? Team Rebel. It's New Fancy, that's why. So we have Trojan Engels versus New Fancy and Rebel. We have Pilico versus Mannequin and Jefferson here. And we have Tenso versus Berserk. Who do we want to cast? Which one of these games do we want to cast? What map is it? For round 4, it's going to be Angstrom Heights. Let's cast... We just did Pilico, I think. I want to cast Rebel. Yeah, let's do Rebel and Engels. So we're going to do Team 3 versus Team 5. So let's hunt over to the game as we try to find Rebel and Trojan here. Yeah, exactly, Rebel. That's why I want to cast you guys. Danner says, Mod Manager Scarab Wife, I am sorry to disappoint. But in 2 weeks, in fact, did not find a Big Booga waifu. Oh, I'm so sorry you did not find Big Booga waifu. Why were you searching for Big Booga waifu, Dan Order? So actually, I have a massive idea for a text-to-speech thing for you guys. So you guys could donate to like, oh, I want I want my text to be completely, you know, showcased on stream. And my idea is we draw a Necron warrior that's an absolutely massively big boobad Necron warrior, and it's kind of themed like Hatsune Miku. So it's like a female Necron, and she reads the chat messages for you guys. I'm just a funny guy. And then the secret Necron waifu, she's a sex appeal for you guys. Hatsune Necron, dude, literally. Swan Knight hates that idea. Booba? Dude, literally. Actually, let me see if I can find it. It's like, I really like this design. Let's see. Necron Hatsune Miku. It's like this 3D model that somebody did. Yeah, there she is. Something like that. That could be fun. See, like, isn't this like super cute? It'd be sick. And they could read, you know, the chat messages, you know? It's a bad idea, but it's extremely funny, so I'm in favor of it. Dude, that's awesome. Exactly. And we'll make it our own. So we will get on that. Don't worry, guys. Don't worry. Let's transition back into the game and join the other gamers. And my game crashed. Let's go. My game crashed. Rebel, if you're in the lobby, please tell them to wait. Hi, Fiery. Neat. This happens when you torn hornery. Thank you so much, Rebel, for redeeming the crash fucking emote when I crashed. I hate you. Swan Knight, get away with your fake golden kappas, you faker. Okay, we're going to be trying to join Rebel's team. All right, we're joining in. Audio Manso Hatsune Miku. That is... Dude, that's actually so good aspect. That's unbelievably good. All right, before I forget, let's get this prediction on the road here. And who wins? Red team or blue team, guys? I hope to find a big booba wife of my own someday. Don't we all? I already did. I love my wife. Oh, I don't think they hear. I don't think they heard you. What are you doing? Oh my god! I just looked over to Becky's monitor. She's cooking for you, Dan Order. Don't you worry. Oh, that's awesome. All right. And the game is about to start, ladies and gentlemen. Who even is that? I can't read that. Remember, I'm blind. Okay, that's good. All right, waiting on Sebastian, and we're going to be starting this next game. Dude, I love Haribo. Oh? Is Milo going to climb up in his new bed? I hope he does. Ladies and gentlemen of the Grimdark Future, welcome to round 4 in tonight's event. Over here in the blue team, we have the forces of the Darn Dragoon on the Force Commander. Rebel encased in Ceramite with the Chaos Lord. And New Fancy as well in his Force Commander. We have Trojan here in the Imperial Guard, Sebastian in the Plague Champion being all stinky, and Graviton in the Brother Captain. So, we do see if... Okay, we have Rebel here matched up in the middle versus Sebastian. Down in the south, we have Trojan versus New Fancy. And up in the north, it's going to be Darn Dragoon versus Graviton. Okay. Chaos Lord here is going to be trying to capture the middle victory point. Plague Champion is there to harass him a little bit. I have no demands. I just like, yeah. Oh, that's so nice, Dan Order. All in. I have to win since I lost. Dude, that's the right ideal, World Beater. Sentinel here is going to be bullying the tacticals. Force Commander is actually going to be pushing back the guardsmen. Sentinel is now all out of repairs. As the tacticals and Force Commander could rotate to focus fire on that Sentinel. Oh, nice play here. New Fancy getting in covered. Sentinel does have Stomp. Actually, does not have Stomp yet. It's trying to research it. Force Commander's doing a little bit of melee DPS. The Sentinel needs to be very careful as the Tacticals force melee on the Guardsman alongside the Force Commander. Stomp is going to be launching all the Space Marines as the Inquisitor does have stun as well. Curious to see why Trojan... Okay, Trojan does use Hammer of the Witches and the Force Commander, stunning him for a prolonged period of time. Oh my god, the game just chugged there. That was a little bit precarious. Chaos Lord's going to be bullying here the forces of the Guardsmen as well, as they're literally being shoved into their own base here. Force Commander getting down to half health. Sentinel and friends. Ooh, Chaos Lord! Chaos Lord Rebel! Don't forget about your Chaos Lord! CSM trying to DPS into the Sentinel, but the Sentinel getting repairs here constantly by the Guardsmen. CSM being forced to retreat here as the Heretics try to wipe out the other Heretics in the retreat path. Up in the north, we do see an engagement here. We do see the Strike Squad trying to bully good old darn Dragoon's Force Commander. Brother Captain's also giving him the work there. Force Commander needs to be very careful as he's getting continuously stun locked here. Forced to retreat. Could have gotten a wipe there if he had. It was a little bit unfortunate. And now we see red team going to be besieging blue team's generator farm here. Tacticals are going to try to getting cover there. Could proc Kraken rounds, but like not to. Do see CSM there alongside the Worship of Nurgle healing everybody. But we do see blue team getting the Mark of Khorne speed upgrade as Devastators will be joining the fray here. Tacticals moving up here on the side. Devastators trying to set up here and start DPSing into the CSM. Going to be suppressing the forces of chaos there momentarily. As the Guardsman continues to bleed a couple of models here. Well, multi-last turret being dropped. Actually canceled. Never mind. Fiery Marine. They're using the Thicky emote. Love you, buddy. Raptors there do engage. Shut down the Havocs there as the forces of chaos engage Sebastian's army. Ooh, Heretics here getting very low for Sebastian. Forced to retreat. As the Havocs do set up point blank. Almost wiping the Heretics here for Rebel. All the Rebels do get wiped. Nice pick there from Sebastian. CSM there do get suppressed here by the Raptors, but they're forced back. Rebel losing a big chunk of his army right there. Chaos Lord completely surrounded in melee. Does use his stomp. Scouts here trying to bully things in with their shotguns, but the range DPS from the Sentinel and the Guardsman is too strong right now. Force Commander for New Fancy also forced to retreat as the Plague Champion here does have a sword and assassinates the Force Commander. Nice pick here. Sebastian kind of feasting in melee these last couple of games. Devastator is going to be tagged in melee by the Plague Champion as the other Devastators try to push back the forces of the Guardsmen. Tacticals do have a flamer, but are forced into... I don't know why they got into melee. That might have been a misclick there from New Fancy. Devastators will be bullying those Guardsmen, but they need to be careful as the Plague Champion will be able to tag them in melee momentarily, forcing a retreat. Up in the north, it's kind of a standstill here. Graviton trying to find an angle here to engage versus Dragoon. Okay. Power node there trying to get destroyed. As down here in the south, Sentinel getting pushed back here by the Noise Marine. Sebastian trying to push up there for the CSMs. Is that double CSM? That is double CSM. Okay, Scouts here taking a brunt here. Oh, Artie Sparta's a little bit too forward there, Trojan. Oh god, these Scouts. New Fancy, your Scouts are getting eviscerated there. Rebel being very cautious to push into this. Sentinel here trying to do some DPS. Devastator's moving up. And we just continue to see the standstill. Up in the north, we do see Darn Dragoon getting pushed back here by the forces of Graviton, as Graviton will be able to steal the victory point up in the north. Middle victory point going for the red team as they now start to dwindle the blue team's victory points. Darn Dragoon will be the first player to research tier 2 this game. New Fancy here trying to push up. Sentinel being pushed up here. Devastator's trying to relocate as well as Rebel pushes through the breach there. Guards are going to be tagged there by the Noise Marines. Oh my god, the DPS from the Noise Marines. They're already at half health. Okay, Chaos Lord leading the front. Raptors trying to find the right target to jump. Needs to be very cautious here. Sentinel being focused fire there. Raptors a little bit too low. Raptors do engage. Do see the Havocs. Immediately try to shut down, but the Heretics are immediately there, forcing a retreat there on Rebel. Mrs. Terramore. Sup, Cadia stance. That's so true, Terramore. Okay, Kale Sword here being forced back. CSM taking... No, sorry, the Noise Marines in melee, but luckily don't need to retreat as the Inquisitors being forced back. Devastators setting up. Can focus a lot of DPS here. Going to be suppressing all the guardsmen as the Tactical Flamers do punish the power node here. Meanwhile, the Scouts trying to... Oh, God, these Scouts are going to take so much damage and luckily retreat through the Heretics. Very expensive loss there for New Fancy losing his Scouts. Devastators and Tacticals do destroy one of the generators. Sentinel getting at half health, but the CSM also taking lots of DPS there. Tactical Flamers do get another generator, ladies and gentlemen. Arty Spotters do drop a knockback on everybody there. Noise Marines are now in close range to the Inquisitor. Does get its charge off, forced to retreat. As the Devastators, dude, the Devastators are not doing that much damage because it's in the max range here. Devastators should have pushed a little bit forward since they don't do full damage over all the way at the end of the range. Generators being repurchased there by red team, but the Devastators will slowly and surely blink away at that. Okay, Arty Spotters here do call in a knockback, a smoke grenade most likely. Yep, reducing the range of the Devastators. Luckily, Raptors do push them back. Trojan here calling in his Stormtroopers to help DPS roll the Space Marine armor. As the Raptors try to defend the double Devastator team. The double Devastator team really working out here. Rebel does get a res on the Force Commander there for New Fancy. Nice micro there. Only one Devastator unit does suppress all the Heretics and force back. These Raptors call in by themselves. They immediately have to retreat. Oh, that's going to be a very painful retreat path. Right through all the melee. And ladies and gentlemen, Rebel just accidentally sent his Raptors. There's no way these guys live. What? The Raptors live with 20 health? Oh my god, Rebel, you got so lucky. Up in the north, we do see the Havocs here from the Devastators trying to suppress the Interceptors. Interceptors forced to retreat here as the Strike Squad are also being suppressed here. Thunderhammer here from the Force Commander going to be pushing back the forces of the Grey Knights. Okay, we do see the Stormtroopers trying to punish their Tacticals as their Flamer is not in range. Rebel and friends trying to put up a defense. The Tacticals are slowly getting melted by the Stormtroopers' heavy last guns. Meanwhile, the forces of Sebastian there do try to shut down the Devastator, who's now being forced to reposition there. Force Commander from New Fancy does tag the Plague Champion. Oh god, the Devastators get tagged in melee as zombies being resurrected. And ladies and gentlemen, Sebastian will be able to wipe the Devastators. Blood Crushers out in the field. Force Commander trying to 1v1 it. Rebel actually losing the engagement here on the side. Teleport Commander tries to wipe, but the Blood Crusher is chasing after it. Blood Crusher does not connect his melees. Hammer of the Witches tries desperately to take out the Force Commander. The Force Commander does go down, ladies and gentlemen. The Blood Crusher is going to be feasting here as now Trojan is rushing level 3 Bastion, guys. Tech tier 3 is now going to be on the field now. This Sentinel still being alive is a affront to God. Why no Baneblade on tier 2 Yarrick won't be happy? Dude, Terramore, absolutely. They should have a tier 1 Baneblade. It's just a smaller Baneblade and it's just a one-person Yarrick carriage. That'd be awesome. Trojan might be able to call in a super heavy since he's very ahead tech-wise. New Fancy getting a Plasma Devastator squad. Curious to see how that plays off. Could really punish all this blobbing that Sebastian keeps doing. Teleport Commander Pogs. Well, the Teleport Commander jumped in and actually died because he teleported. Okay, Rebel here trying to lead the charge once more. Raptors do jump in. Failed to connect though. As the Guardsman now down on quarter health. Kale Sword does have the Armor of Inferno to help doing knockback damage. Up in the north, we do see a dive here from Brother Captain. Graviton Interceptors do shut down the Devastators here from Dragoon. As the power node here from the north is going to be going down. Okay, down here in the south, all things are going crazy as the Blood Crusher now counters engage the Raptors. Arty Spotters will be dropping a smoke there, preventing the line of sight. Armor of Inferno misses the Havocs, causing them to still continue to shoot into melee. Blood Crusher will be able to tag the Noise Marines here as the Thunderhammer Force Captain does... Oh, with the flip... I don't think he'll be able to wipe these Devastators. Plasma Devastator, on the other hand, just completely wiped those guys over there. Oh no, the Havocs! The Havocs! The Force Commander actually wiped the Havocs. I take it back. Plasma Devastator is leading his charge and shoots the wall right in front of it for no reason. Let's go, Plasma Devastator. Always bet on IG, says the Fizzler. Dude, literally. Do you guys think Scarab likes ham and eggs? I actually love ham and eggs, Sketchy. I actually really love like eggs in the breakfast. One of my favorites. Oh, no tier 1 needed. You just need Lehman on tier 1. Terramore, you're so right. And your starting unit, Terramore, should be literally a freaking Chimera. That should be your starting unit. Looking on screen, but can't understand shit what's happening, but it's epic. That's why we do 3v3s, dude. It's fucking awesome. Still not set day for Dawn of War. Sad. Dude, Sketchies, I'm so sad that we... dude, we're gonna get an announcement next month. Don't you worry. The second freaking Skulls event happens, they're definitely gonna drop the date. This is me not huffing copium. I really want that game to come out. Okay, we do see the Strike Squad here attacking the Devastators. Darn Dragoon is kind of stalling up in the north. This victory point has not been captured for a very long time. So if you look at the victory points here for Red Team, 400 to 183 right now. As Red Team now are getting a Stormlord. Terramore, you're getting your wishes granted here. Stormlord is now being called here. The Stormlord will literally be able to park itself here in the opening for Blue Team. They'll not be able to shut this down. Plasma Devastator here could get a really nasty volley into these guardsmen. Does get one shot. Does almost full wipe the guardsman squad, but the RD spotters do force it back. Last cannon. Ooh, last cannon team needs to reload its last cannon. Desperately trying to take out the Sentinel, but the Sentinel does not go down as the Devastators are forced to retreat there. The Sentinel still lives all the way to tier 3, ladies and gentlemen. Dragoon getting tier 3. First player on Blue Team to get tier 3. Well, I'm waiting for Total War 40k. That's going to be so good. Dude, but that's going to be so far away. We're going to get that late 2027, I'd say, like quarter 4, 27 is my opinion. Guardsman here. Oh, Jump Captain. Does shut down the Guardsman. Oh, the Force Commander. And he could actually one-shot the Sentinel, but is forced to retreat here. Last Cannon needs to shut down the Sentinel. We do see Nurgle being worshipped here, preventing health here on everybody. Blood pressure in melee. The last cannon needs to shut down the blood pressure. Blood letters being summoned there in melee. As Tacticals do have a missile launcher trying to take out all the... Oh, Devastator shot there. Point blank Armor of Inferno there from the Chaos Sword. What is the last cannon team shooting at? The last cannon's been shooting guardsmen this entire fight. Oh, that's a massive blunder as the blood pressure does get a nasty flank. Oh no. Last cannon team here, the Devastators almost getting wiped. Their blood pressure could connect. Blood pressure does wipe the last cannon. That's a nasty pick. But ladies and gentlemen, here comes the Stormlord. The Stormlord will easily be able to park itself here in the entrance. I'm waiting for Total War 40,000 more than Dawn of War 4. I think my infinite replayability game is going to be the Total War 40k game. Dawn of War 4, I'm really looking forward to be my in-between game because I don't expect Total War 40k to be coming out anytime soon. Ladies and gentlemen, GG is called, and the red team will take tonight's round 4 victory. Let's end the prediction here on Twitch for everybody and grant red team that delicious victory that all you gamblers predicted on. And now, let's switch over here to the tournament website and report this score. And I see Becky here is scheming. Are you going to send me a picture on Discord for me to show it to class? You already did? Okay, awesome. Okay, I shall. So, congratulations to Team 5. And let me see the messages here. What the fuck is this? Oh my god. Dan Order, if you're in chat, Becky has made something special for you. Here you go. Here you go. Dan Order, this one's for you, bud. I love you, Dan Order, Desu. Here's your big-titted wife. Becca drew this for you.
How about putting it
Dan Order, we found your big titty waifu that you're asking for. That's just such a good drawing, honey. You even gave her a thigh squish and everything. You're vile. Do we have Team Pilico 1? All right, thank you very much, Aspect. Reporting this score right here. I need to learn thigh squish eventually. Fiery Marine, just wear thigh highs in real life. That's how you learn how to draw it. All of her veins are being constricted. That's awful. Do we have any other reports or no? Not see any other. I'll tattoo your name on my tips for $50. Let's go. But that's actually pretty cheap for a permanent tattoo. Scarab speaks from experience. Sketchies, you don't know if I'm wearing thigh highs right now. You'll never know. Mrs. Terramore, Sarah, I still play Dawn of War multiplayer until I install the R swipers and Terramore armor. Dude, literally. Terramore, is that done? Do you play Dawn of War 1 multiplayer? Are you excited for the balance patch they're finally going to do in that game or no? Thigh high socks are cute. So true, princess. You missed a retreat wipe because your zombie raptor didn't jump. So true. Just waiting on Tenso and Berserk to finish their match. Looks like they're having a long game, actually. Oh, you pinned the message to literally tell me. I want them to delete Tau and Eldars. Dude, don't say that, Terramore. I actually been... So I'm part of the elite mod team here for Dawn of War 2. We just added the Tau. So I'm sorry. we just ruined it for you. All right, Scarab, send my Discord contact details to Becca. Oh, I shall. Did I never do that? Did I misplay? I would have misplayed there. Let me send you Becca's stuff. There you go. Your information has been passed, princess. He's talking about Dawn of War 1. Tau and Elder are the most obnoxious factions there. To be honest, Elder are still broken in Dawn of War 1. See, like, Terramore, to be honest, like, I really wanted to cover Dawn of War 1, but me and Aspect here, we participated in a bunch of tournaments for Dawn of War 1 when the remaster edition came out. And it's just like, it's the same balance patch that's been there for the last fucking 40 years. So I'm really, really cautiously optimistic that Relic is releasing a community-led balance patch, but I think they should have done that like month 2 of that thing being released, not a fucking year after. That's my only complaint. Yeah, the orcs are stronger than Tau. Yeah, I think in tier-wise, Tau are number 1. Orcs are number 2, right? Thank you so much for the brain bug Aspect. Unification mod is the only true way. That is so true. Dude, I love the Necron units in the Unification mod. It's awesome. Honestly, Tau is fair. Elder is absurd. Orcs and Dark Elder are also both very... Dude, I fucking hated fighting the Dark Elder so much. Those stupid little bike boys that show up for like 2 minutes, it's awful.
Trying to make the Emperor proud.
Can you send the waifu pic to me on Discord or to Fiery? Really like either way? Of course, Dan Order. I can send you the original message for you. Send me a DM, Dan Order, and I'll send it your way. So you can pop up at the top of my chat. Tau have some bad matches in Dawn of War 1. Will, I don't think they ever have any bad matches on Dawn of War 1. The thing I fucking hated the most about the Tau and Dawn of War 1 is you have Vespids, because I play Space Marines. You have Vespids up in your ass in your base at the 1 minute mark. It was obnoxious as hell. Terramore, you've won 2 to 3 tournaments with 2-2 Crusaders. Oh, there's still tournaments for Dawn of War 1? That's awesome, actually. Listen, if the balance patch comes out, we'll be hosting events with our community as well. We want to do that. Vespids are obnoxious here too. Nothing changes. Yeah, Rebel. Space Marines is actually a terrible matchup for Tally. Just mass Marines and rush them. Yeah, but I like building tanks. Dan Order, thank you so much for the biddies, buddy. My monthly bid budget is now empty. Worth it. Dude, Dan Order, you've donated so much for the community, but I really love and appreciate all the love that you've given to us, man. We're getting this hype train going, guys. Like, the streams have been really performing really well, and I'm really glad to have you guys here. I'm working on my next video. I have the thumbnail ready. I have the script almost there. And since we have a little bit of downtime, let's see if I can find the script. Oh, here it is, the thumbnail. All right. This is the thumbnail for my next video, guys. I worked long and hard to make this thumbnail. So yeah, Total War 40K is the next video I'm going to be working on. So keep your heads up. I'm cooking with the script, and I'm going to be talking lots about how Primarchs and stuff can be in the game and how the rosters and stuff. So yeah. It's brutal. Nice. Thank you. So the last video performed so well. So I'm really excited to make another video as I have a lot to talk about in that subject. A good orc player in Dawn of War 1 can honestly be nightmare for. Dude, literally in the Turin's tournament that we saw, we saw like 3 like primeval orc players. It was vile. It's such an auto win. Yeah, true. Dude, is this game like lasting forever? Jesus Christ. Too many weak spots. Order Malios? I don't think Order Malios is too overpowered. They delete Barracks Eldar from tier 2 demands. Dude, yeah. Like, to be honest, this is like the orcs can do a lot. They're a very complicated faction, I feel, though. Like, for a new player, it's kind of difficult for them to break into orcs, I'd say. Holy shit, you won one? Oh, did you guys just win? Oh, Danor, thank you so much for the head pats, buddy. Crisis, are you Eon, right? Did you guys just win your match? One for Berserk? Dude, let's go! You guys won! GG's! All right, ladies and gentlemen, we have the final round here being completed by the Swiss portion. So thank you for everybody who has participated in the Swiss portion of tonight's event. So moving on now, we're going to go to the semifinals and then the grand finals. So let's now end the group stage. Bing. And what this means is that the top 4 players, the top 4 teams, sorry, will be moving on. So we go over to the final stage. We have round 1 is going to be Team 4 versus Team 6. And the second round is going to be Team 5 versus Team 3. So what we're going to do is that we're going to start the group stage, the final stage here, and we're going to start with Team 5 and Team 3, and then we're going to be doing Team 4 and Team 6. I want to cast both games. So what about Team 50? We don't have 50 teams. Thank you so much for the tournament. Dude, thank you so much for those who participated in the Swiss portion of the event. But now the top 4 teams will be moving on. So, ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, let's see how the standings were for, though. So, Team 4, Pilico and Aspect, and I hate that this is invitation pending, but Team 4 is completely undefeated tonight. Team 2, Trojan and Engels here, is on the second place. Kind of almost tight here for Team 3, and Team 6 has now made it through the skin of their teeth. So, let's move on here through the final stage, and let's get it started! Let's mark this as in progress, and just a reminder, Team 5 and Team 3 will be the first semifinal cast of tonight. So let's transition over to the game and host that. Running it back against Pilico. Oh dear, I believe in you, princess. 50 teams for Dawn of War 4. Dude, sketchies. You don't understand. I feel that this community, we will explode the second Dawn of War 4 comes out. Like, literally, it's going to explode the second Dawn of War 4 comes out. We're going to be doing casts. We're going to be doing tournaments. We have prize pools already scheduled for Dawn of War 4. I'm going to be fucking cranking out YouTube videos on it. Like, I'm going to be farming content on that game as much as I can. So, we're going to moving on here. I'm going to be casting here. The grand... Oh, looks like... I believe they must have casted it. Is this the correct one or is this the other dudes? So it looks like Pilico and friends here are going to be fighting it. So we're going to be doing the semifinals team. 5 and 3. That's what it's going to be. 5 versus 3. Okay, the match is now hosted. And for the semifinals, we don't have Tiber Outpost, I hope to God. We have Catch Purification Plant for this map. Thank you, Jeff, for telling me what maps to get rid of my fucking map pool. Purification Plant, fixed starting 500 points, and we're good to go. Well, for new guys, take Sister Isabella's, place Barracks, tier 2 Celeste Army, Physical Skill. Dude, to be honest, dude, the Celestians are so strong in Dawn of War 1. They're really sick. Should the other semi-finals game start? No, Princess. I would like to cast them. So if the other players are watching, please do not start the game. I would like to cast that game. Hi, Crisis. Ooh, a nice break. Yes. You guys get to just relax, watch the stream, and enjoy yourselves. I'll take a shower. Show you guys last 10 minutes. Let's go. All right. Just waiting on everybody to ready up. Oh my god. I got a marshmallow one here from the Haribo ones. You want some? Okay. Did you buy a bag for yourself? Oh, you did. True. Eon. How have you been enjoying tonight's event, buddy? Got to see you in chat. I love seeing newcomers still participate in the events. All right, everybody's ready. And before we start, let's get the prediction going here. Who wins? Blue or red team, guys? Gambling is now live as well as the event. Vocaloid, how did your games go, buddy? I try Elite Mod, but it has epic fight distance. Too big for me. Yeah, Elite Mod is kind of like very zoomed in. Scarab eating human food. His Necron Lord must be confused. No, did you not read the Twice Dead King? We love eating fake food. It's our favorite thing. You're not a real Necron fan. How could you? Oh, did Salty just die? Hello? Salty, why are you asleep? Hello? The program? Well, all right. Salty's asleep, guys. I need to relaunch VTube Studio. That's awesome. No, he just woke up. Fuck you. All right. Well, he's going to be coming back, guys. Don't you worry. And ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Grimdark Future here for our semifinals cast. On the blue team, we have the Chaos Lord Rebel encased in Terminator Ceramite armor. Darn Dragoon here on the Force Commander, and New Fancy on the Apothecary. Trojan here is going to be on the Inquisitor. Graviton's going to be on the Brother Captain, and Sebastian's going to be on the Stinky Plate Champion guard. What do I do, Lord? Destroy the Lord. Corrupt them all. Okay, we do see an early game engagement here as the Sentinel continues to be the tier 1 raid boss. Tactical's pushing up forward, trying to do a little bit of DPS. This is the lowest health we're going to see that Sentinel probably. Okay, we do see the Inquisitor taking a little bit of blink damage. Guardsman trying to DPS into the Scouts. Scouts are in green cover, though, so not much is going to happen there. Tacticals will be joining their scouts here, doing really good blink damage on the guardsmen as they're bleeding models though. Slow and methodical advantage here from New Fancy as well. Like to see this engagement as well from Darn Dragoon. Is there a higher map? What do you mean by higher map, Terramore? Do you mean like a higher zoom? This is as far as zoomed out as there is. Tacticals here trying to DPS into the Sentinel, but the Sentinel... Oh, thank you so much for the summer hat. I did just notice you guys gave me a summer hat. Okay, up here in the middle, we do see some scouts here from Darn Dragoon being forced back as Graviton continues to feast in melee with the Strike Squad and Brother Captain. Tacticals here getting bullied in melee. Force Commander trying to do as much as it can. Force Commander trying to do some DPS, but over here on the other side of the map, we do have the Plague Champion in melee with the Heretics. Heretics could bleed a couple models, but the Chaos Lord will be tagging the CSM here. Heretics getting so low for Rebel. Oh, Rebel did not see his Heretics, ladies and gentlemen, with the first wipe of tonight. Oh, that's a misplay. Rebel claiming that they got bugged there because of the Chan. That's a very unfortunate situation there for Rebel losing his Heretics this early. Chaos Lord getting very low. Rebel, you do not want to lose your Chaos Lord. The Plague Champion actually might be going down. 23 health. 20 health from the Plague Champion. Wow, Sebastian trying desperately to kill the Chaos Lord. Meanwhile, over here, we have the Guardsman trying to push up. Sentinel using its Stomp to bully the Space Marines. And so far, it's very back and forth. Victory points are still in the lead here for blue team as red team's about to hit 400 victory points. The double cap has been going uncontested for a while, but that doesn't really matter in the grand scheme of things if the red team can continue to press the advantage and destroy a generator here. Yeah, so Terramore, this is as far as you can zoom in. This is as close you can zoom in, but this is as far as you can get out. Okay, we do see the Purgation here. Gonna be attempting to destroy a generator. Generator does go down. Assault Squad will be tagging the Purgation Squad. Sentinel will be able to save them with the Stomp. Nice grenades there, knocking a bunch of Space Marines over. Purgation Squad getting close to half health. Inquisitor getting exceptionally low here. Scouts here trying to move up with the shotguns to do a blast. Oh, we do see a massive armada of Assault Squad. Oh, into a shotgun blast. That was beautiful. Inquisitor almost going down. 7 health in the Inquisitor, being chased here by some bolter fire. Oh my god, Dragoon sees blood in their eyes as they do assassinate the Inquisitor. Really exceptional plays here from Dragoon. Guardsman here, going to be bleeding a couple models in the retreat path potentially. But yeah, we do see blue team now completely overload this side and retake the victory point. Nice plays. On the other side though, we do see Sebastian push into the generator farm here, Rebel. As the Havocs are now going to be feasting here. Double CSM into Havocs is going to be really hard for Rebel to shift. He is going mass Heretic spam. Heretics do get in melee into the Raptors. Sebastian needs to be very careful. His Havocs are completely surrounded and knocked over. If those Havocs die, there goes his advantage, ladies and gentlemen. The Havoc Squad, 4 health. Oh my god, the Nurgle Worship. The Nurgle Worship from Sebastian actually healed him enough. Those Heretics healing was so vicious, but the Heretics just paid with their lives. Heretics here getting super, super low. Rebel about to lose his own Heretics. So Rebel loses a squad of Heretics in the escape. Plague Champion will be going down here to the Chaos Lord. It's an absolute bloodbath on this side. Wow. Heretics here trying to engage the Raptors here alongside the Chaos Lord. These Heretics very, very brave, but forced to retreat as the double CSM. Dragoon here trying to reinforce as well, forcing Sebastian back. Sebastian only lost his Plague Champion. His Heretics barely made it out alive, but Rebel lost a unit of Heretics as one in that exchange. Down here, we see a massive armada of Guardsmen trying to push up. Catch and Devils already in the field. Rebel, this is the 3rd Heretic squad Rebel has had to repurchase. True Nurgle love right there. Dude, literally that Nurgle heal was crazy. Apothecary's nuts. Apothecary these nuts, princess. I'm sorry. I couldn't. I couldn't resist. I couldn't resist to do it these nuts. Guardsmen here trying to exchange firepower there, but the Assault Marines do shut down the Arty Spotters there. Arty Spotters getting very low, still not retreating. Assault Squad's going to keep chasing after them, forcing a retreat on them. Catach and Devils are there. They can counter-engage, but they get knocked over by the Scout Squad there. Soul Marines actually trying to wipe the RD spotters, get one model but failed to connect all their melee strikes. Assault Squad feasting in melee here as tier 2 is being researched by most players here on the match. Scarab, that wasn't anything. Yeah, it was. You got absolutely owned, Princess. Guardsman here getting bullied here. The Space Marine knows what he's doing. Yeah, dude, literally, New Fancy doesn't play around. His Assault Squad micro is really good. Scouts here getting bullied as the Guardsman has now reached a critical mass here. Ooh, nice grenades there from the Catch and Devils, knocking out the Space Marines out of cover, forcing retreat. Up in the north, we have seen a massive engagement here as the Assault Marines do jump into the Devastators. It's a mass melee as the Heretics barely managed to get out with 1 health. 1 health of those Heretics managed to get out there. Worshipper Nurgle's coming out, trying to grant some health regen here as a bunch of shenanigans happen in melee. Mass retreat being sounded here as the forces of Red Team are being pushed back with a mass melee armada of Blue Team. That's crazy that the Heretic Squad lived with 1 model. Purgation Squad, though, trying to get a cheeky generator kill, failed to kill the generator and will lose their lives. Graviton got a little bit too greedy trying to take that generator down. And Dawn of War 2 jumping impact is too big. Well, the problem is you need the impact, though, Terramore. Because if you don't have the shutdown from, like, Havocs or Devastator squads, they're going to just be too powerful. Jump troops are basically the rock, paper, scissors to shutting down setup teams. Dead hero means he's not getting levels. Yeah, those are the big problems. So, like, looking at heroes, Rebels level 3, Dragoons level 2, Fancy's level 2. But yeah, Trojan stayed dead for a very long time. He's still level 1. The fact that Rebels level 3 is crazy, and he's already halfway to level 4. The best thing about Apothecars is aura is so true. Okay, CSM there trying to DPS into the Stormtroopers as the Interceptor squad here from the Grey Knights push forward. Force Commander there taking a couple of pot shots there as the Grey Knights lead the charge. Force Commander trying to choose what he's wanting to do there. Sebastian trying to find the angle. Heretics being sacrificed here to summon an armada of Bloodletters. Mass melee is being... Oh my god, everybody just got launched there by the stomp of the Chaos Lord. Bloodletters are now stun locked in the middle. Chaos Lord forced back there. And Red Team actually capitulated, like actually pressed their advantage there in melee. Bloodletter is going to be trying to shut down the gun range there from Red Team. Assault Squad do jump in, shut down the Havocs. Bloodletters also join them in melee. But the Blood Crusher here from Red Team, from Sebastian, will easily be able to beat those Assault Squad. Grey Knights here in melee as well, alongside the Force Captain there. The Librarian doing a smite point blank, trying to kill the CSM. Oh my god, the Havoc's down to 8 health. The Assault Squad do jump, trying to get an assassination in there. Shoot a couple of times, 3 health on the Havocs. The Havocs do live. Very unfortunate for Jarn Dragoon not being able to secure the kill there. Brother Captain being pushed back here, and I think nobody won in this fight. Both teams lost a lot there in that engagement. That was an absolute insane fight. That was awesome. Luckiest Havoc team ever. Dude, 3 health. RD Spotter's going to be knocking out these Space Marines from cover with their artillery call. Scouts getting melted there by all the Guardsman fire. No tier 3 in sight yet. Both teams very bleed. Actually, New Fancy can save up for tier 3. He's the only player with a little bit of a reservoir of eco. I like to see this. The contested generator farm is in the hands of Blue Team. They need to be very aggressive here to hold that. How we doing? We're chilling here. We're big chilling. Plague Marines trying to do a little bit of range DPS there on the Grey Knights, as the Scouts and Space Marines do have plasma guns that will help them against the Grey Knights. Okay, we do see the Guardsman here from Trojan trying to help out, trying to secure this power node. As we see a massive engagement up in the north yet again. Raptors jumping in here, jumping on top in the thick of it here in the middle. Chaos Lord there with his power maul needs to do some DPS. Blood Crusher is in the backfield, shutting down the Plague Marines, which is its only counter right over there. Heretics might get wiped. Oh, these are not Heretics, these are CSM. The CSM are kind of stuck in melee, and that's a CSM squad completely wiped. Havoc's also completely wiped. This mass Khorne army here is feasting against the Nurgle forces here. But the Plague Champion is resurrecting a bunch of models as zombies, though. Every dead model comes back to fight for Sebastian. And Sebastian actually overtakes. Oh my god, Sebastian actually outlasted Korn here. All these zombies actually turned the tide. That was insane by Sebastian. Holy fuck, the Chosen really turned the tide there. Holy fuck. Here, the Grey Knights here come to support as Graviton tries to defend the situation here. That was insane, guys. I can't even tell what's going on between Sebastian and Rebel. Dude, it's an absolute bloodbath. That's what's happening, Will. it's so cinematic. Tier 3 being researched here by New Fancy, as I predicted. Ooh, who's about to get wiped there? Strike Squad getting exceptionally low, forced to retreat into the Librarian, the Force Captain. But they managed to get away, luckily.
I swear total resistance to you with everything I've got.
Denzel, thank you so much for the redeem. Okay, we do see the Tactics here trying to DPS. Purifiers taking a lot of DPS there. Ooh, Assault Squad there. The Raptors trying to take them out on the retreat path, but they have 132 health. They're going to be more than fine, though. Everyone is my enemy. So true, Tenso. Dude, this game's been an absolute bloodbath. But look at the victory points, though. Even though Red Team has theoretically won a couple of these engagements, they're very dire in terms of victory points. Tier 3 being researched by everybody on Blue Team. If Red Team does not pull their resources and tech up, that's going to be causing a massive advantage here for Blue Team. Okay, Raptors here trying to shut down the CSM. As the mass heretic forces now lead the charge against the forces of Norgal. Chosen are here. Chosens are the direct counter to the heretics. Power Maul here from the Chaos Sword will be knocking everybody over, launching the Chosen even further away. But actually, they got closer to the CSM because of that. Yeah. Oh, but Sebastian likes to retreat as his forces are completely compromised there in melee. I don't think the Chosen are dead here. The Chosen are very tanky. Yeah, they're going to be more than fine. On the other side here, Trojan throwing his men and their lives away for this victory point, it seems. But really good show of force here from New Fancy. New Fancy still locking down here. Blue Team still at 426 victory points, forcing Red Team down to 268. I'm excited for the next patch, both regular and Tal. Dude, Aspect, keep your eyes on it, dude. The patch is about to come out, I think. Okay, Green Knights and friends pushing forward here. As Tier 3 is being researched first by Trojan on the Red Team. New Fancy might be the first player on Blue Team to call something in. Actually, Rebel's really close to call something in Tier 3. Could call in a Predator very soon. Sternguard here in cover, trying to... Actually, no, that's a tactical squad. I apologize. As the mass guardsmen push forward. I trusted IG here, but the tier difference is scary. Dude, the tier difference is very scary because we're going to be seeing Tier 3 units coming out here. Okay, Flamers here from the Tacticals trying to push forward. What the hell happened over there? What caused that massive explosion? Does Mass Guardsmen turn around and start focusing fire at the Tacticals for Darn Dragoon? But they're going to get shut down by a beautiful Vanguard Vet Squad here from New Fancy. Guardsmen going to take a lot of DPS there from the Thunderhammer and Power Swords. Other Assault Squad as well from Darn Dragoon. But the Grey Knights are in melee. Those Vanguard Vets are taking a lot of DPS. Vanguard Vets down to half health, completely surrounded by Purifiers and Strike Squad. But the heal from the Apothecary keeps them healthy. The Force Commander is in Terminator armor and does have Lightning Claws. He's exactly where he wants to be. So, oh my god, Stormtroopers got fully wiped there. Force Commander here taking a lot of, trying to deal as much DPS as he can with the Lightning Claws into the Purifiers. Strike Squad. Yo, thank you so much for the Prime sub, buddy. Appreciate it. As the Tactical Squad being forced back here. Wow, Blue Team it's still... I don't know who's winning this. Okay, we have Sebastian here coming from the sides trying to reinforce. Force Commander actually retreating as his health is now down to half. Scouts also forced to retreat, and Sebastian coming here for the flank will actually secure the victory point for Red Team. Really, really exceptional plays here. But while this was happening, there is a Predator on the field. Rebel has the first Tier 3 unit on the field, other than the Force Commander there for Dragoon. I wonder if instead of LR, they went Predator to support the LR. Yeah, they could have been. I like the Predator a lot. The Land Raider just takes too long to come out. Okay, we do see the Predator helping to secure the victory point here for Blue Team. Tier 3 being researched by almost everybody in Red Team. Graviton still needs to research Tier 3, ladies and gentlemen. Just click the button. Ooh, Assault Squad almost getting wiped there as the Chosen Plague Marines Oh my god. Could they wipe the scouts? Failed to connect the last couple shots, but the Predator will be forcing them back here. Nice knockback stun there from the Chaos Sword, forcing these poor Chosen into the wall. The Chosen need to retreat. Not sure why Sebastian has not retreated them. Okay, Chosen are in full retreat here. Predator could chase after them and wipe them. Mark of Nurgle here on the Predator, giving them damage over time on its bullets. As a Land Raider is being called in by New Fancy. Holy shit. That can break the backs here of Red Team. Trojan is calling in a Lehman Russ. Sebastian about to complete his tier 3. There is a lot of red on both teams to call in nukes, though. Okay, Guardsman here trying to prevent the capture of the victory point here. Massive melee push here from the Grey Knights. Predator trying to DPS into melee. Guardsman and RD spy. I don't even know what the fuck's going on here. It's just some absolute melee blunder. Vanguard Vets shutting down the Guardsman as the Predator. Massive Chaos Nuke being dropped here in the back lines. I think that's Sebastian. Sebastian did call in a nuke. That's going to be yoinking a bunch of units there in the back. But the Predator does ignore the nuke, and a mass retreat is being called there by Trojan. Red Team's forces are getting eviscerated in melee. Brother Captain almost going down. Chaos Lord almost going down as well. Tacticals here trying to kill the Purifiers. But the Predator is reigning supreme, ladies and gentlemen. Nothing has contested that Predator there. Ooh, Brother Captain does get assassinated there by all the Vanguard Vets. And Blue Team has now secured the victory point, guys. Red Team is very blooded and beaten. Lehman Russ here trying to defend the generator farm. The only thing keeping Red Team's economy alive here. As the Vanquisher cannon does come out, Vanguard Vets do have a Thunder Hammond. That is enough to tear through the armor of the Lehman Russ. As the power node does go down. The frame rate aspect, I know. Okay, Predator here going to be supporting the Terminator Force Commander to steal the victory point. Going to be triple capping Red Team, ladies and gentlemen. Chaos Predator going to be coming out here from Sebastian. Today I learned that my Terminates can be stolen from me by Chaos, and that hurt. Dude, yeah. Mind control from the sorcerer is vile, Vocaloid. Ooh. Who do we see here getting wiped? Oh, the Plague Marine just got wiped there. Ooh, and we see a massive Chaos Nuke. You're going to be eating Dragoon's units right there. Ladies and gentlemen, the Vanquisher Cannon about to take out the Chaos Predator. One more volley and the Chaos Predator's down. Ladies and gentlemen, Trojan just assassinated the Predator there. Nice plays. Force Commander there just kind of standing, just kind of chilling. And do we see a comeback? The Predator going down is kind of massive. Double Lehman to Manticore easy. Bullshit for red. Dude, Lat Nuke lost. Actually bleeded a lot of units here. But there is a Land Raider, ladies and gentlemen, here on the victory point. Blue Team just needs to sit on this victory point with that Land Raider. That Vanquisher Cannon cannot really take it out easily. Land Raider doing Land Raider things? Or do you mean Lehman Russ? Okay, Chaos Predator is going to get a phase full of Melta there from the Lehman Russ. I mean, sorry, not the Lehman Land Raider. 2 tanks could maybe push the the Land Raider? I'm not really sure. Rebel getting another Predator. Okay, we do see a Strike Squad being very brave, running into a bunch of Melta Lances there. Orbital Strike being some... Actually, no, sorry. Paladins on the field. Predator here trying to DPS into the Land Raider. Vanguard Vets coming in there. Assault Terminators on the field. There are Paladins there, but they're being used to decap. Paladins did get the decap. Need to immediately swap into melee. Purifiers in melee with the Vanguard Vets. Vanguard Vets getting very low, forced to retreat, but the Assault Squad is... Oh my god, a massive ring of fire is being summoned by the Inquisitor. Both tanks trying to deal with the infantry. Assault Terminators getting eviscerated by all the tanks. Do manage to teleport back right in front into the Land Raider. Both tanks here trying to DPS. Going to be eating these poor CSM alive as the Force Commander just kind of chills there. Chosen being thrown in front of the Land Raider for some reason. Land Raider turning around. Oh, its rear armor is now exposed. The 2 tanks could push up, actually. Second Lehman Russ coming out from Trojan. There is a Predator on the other side. Both tanks need to immediately collapse on that tank. Oh my god. Sebastian's Predator is completely stuck there. And the Predator goes down, ladies and gentlemen. Sebastian lost his Predator. Trojan's Lima Russ is now contested as that's a last cannon Predator. Oh, the rear armor of the Lima Russ is exploded, and the missile takes out the Lima Russ, ladies and gentlemen. Red team is collapsing to the Land Raider push here in the tactical squads. Purifier is taking a lot of... Sorry, Paladin's taking a lot of fire. Do not have their teleport. And will be forced to waddle through all this fire. Melt-A-Gun here coming out from the Raptors from Rebel. And we might... Yeah, we do see a wipe here on the Paladins. That might be GG here. Trojan does have a second Lima Russ on the field, but will they... Is that enough to push through? Almost believe for a minute there. Dude, me too. That was crazy. It's a kick in the nuts. Okay, we do see Vanguard Vets jumping into the thick of it as well. Tactical's trying to do some DPS. Orbital Strike catching the Terminators, trying to nuke the Land Raider. Land Raider down to half health. Does eat a volley there from the nuke. But we do see a mass push here down the middle from Rebel and Dragoon. Vanquisher trying to take out the Land Raider. Down to half health though. Those Tacticals doing really good DPS though with the missile launchers against it. Red team has a couple of victory points left as nobody's captured the middle. It's as if IG can lose even if the best player in the game plays IG. Maybe Fufu. Thank you so much for the sub, Fufu. I appreciate you. Rebel was being polite. Red was being polite and waiting for Rebel to get another tank before committing. So true. Okay, Lehman Rust here is going to be taking a melt-up bomb here by the Vanguard Vets. Nice counter-engage there from the Inquisitor. Vanguard Vets immediately getting eaten alive there by that ability. Nice cheeky attempt there. Okay, we do see a flank here. Blast Cannon trying to... Purgation Squad trying to shut down the Predator. Assault Squad immediately shutting down the Purgation Squad. Luckily, there is a Purifier Squad there, but I believe the Terminators easily beat that. Oh no, you cannot lose your Purgation Squad. Purgation Squad's fully wiped there. Trojan here trying to support the side as an orbital strike is being called, tagging a couple of the guardsmen. As the guardsmen are now going to be striked out of this world. Oh god, it's a massacre. Oh, those two guardsmen landed on top of that. That's vile. 92 victory points here left on the field, guys. Double twin last cannon Predator is going to be chasing after the Lehman Russ. Lehman Russ actually kills the Raptors though in the retreat. 84 victory points left on the docket here, guys. Chaos Terminators are feasting in melee as we do see an ability being used there. Massive orbital strike does catch the Terminators. The Nurgle Terminators are stuck in the orbital strike. That's going to do massive amounts of damage towards them. Okay, Vanquisher here. Terminators do manage to survive a little bit though. Do teleport out there to make sure they don't wipe. Smite being used by the Librarian to kind of do a little bit of DPS there. Vanquisher very low as the Land Raider continues to push into the base of Red Team. Land Raider feasting against all the light infantry. Predator trying to push up, hunting for the Lehman Russ. Predator does have its last cannon sighted on the Lehman Russ. Vanquisher does exchange fire on it, but one more last cannon shot, and ladies and gentlemen, the Lehman Russ is about to go down unless the Vanquisher takes it. The Vanquisher kills the Predator. Vanquisher's down to 1 health, guys. That is a 1 health Vanquisher, Lehman Russ. And the nuke actually prevents a wipe there from the victory points. The Land Raider is still pushing forward. Purifiers here about to get wiped. The Strike Squad gonna get obliterated there by the Land Raider. That's crazy. That Vanquisher should not be alive. 1 HP, dude. Okay, Terminators here taking a bunch of DPS here from the Lehman Russ. Purifiers in melee. Chaos Lord using its stun to knock everybody back here. 29 victory points left. Chaos Terminators getting very low though. Oh, nice missile there on the Lehman Russ. Tacticals do reload. Do get stunned there by the Inquisitor. The Tacticals do not. Dude, this Lehman Russ is alive at 46 health. How is this Lehman Russ still alive, dude? But blue team has now stolen the home victory point of red team. And ladies and gentlemen, GG is being sounded. And blue team will be leading the charge into the grand finals. What a game. Holy fuck? Holy hell, that was awesome. That was awesome. Let's end the prediction here and grant the beautiful... Oh, dude. Oh, no. Some people are going to be filthy rich because of this prediction outcome. G's. And now let's move on to the other semifinals. So let's swap on over to the website. Grant Team New Fancy and Rebel forward. And now let's cast the second game here, guys. So now we're going to have Team 4 versus Team 6, guys. I won 17,000 points. Dude, that's awesome. That's awesome, Princess. Stoinks. Epic Friendly Fire Nuke. Rebel, what a game, dude. GG's for everybody that plays. That was a crazy game, dude. So no one saw my Assault Marine Suicide Squad? I don't think we did, Dragoon. I think you're good. I think you're good. All right, the loading screen is now over. And let's now cast the second semifinals. Okay, the map is now ready. I'm going to go to the bathroom real quick, guys, as everybody comes in. Yeah, my nuke full wipe Dragoons Assault Squad. That's awesome. I'm going to head to the bathroom. We'll be right back, guys. Hello, Mr. Trojan. Yes, you may observe, buddy. You can join us. Yep, he's already in. Your nuke full wipe Dragoons Assault Squad. That's awesome, Rebel. All right. All right. Let's get a prediction going while we wait for the last couple players. And see who will win. Will it be the Forces of Blue, which is Mendicant Binds, Princess, and Jeff, versus Aspect Pilico? And I think it's A move, right? Gamba's out, guys. Sebastian, you guys played so well, dude. Sebastian, you were fucking hard carrying on the side, though. Really great plays, dude. Your Chosen were absolute chads, Sebastian. To make sure all my admin stuff is taken care of here on Discords. Is Aspie gonna win finals with an IG on his team and be okay with that? He has to sell his soul, Fufu, maybe. Really? I had huge wreck issues after my Havocs died. Well, your Havocs dying was painful, but up until then, you were playing so well, Sebastian. We're having players swap around places since it's fixed locations, trying to find the best matchups for everybody. Prediction is live, guys. If you guys want to start gambling your points, somebody just donated 7,000 channel points. Thanks, Scarab. There's actually no, like, literally, Sebastian, go look at the VOD after, and you'll know that the cast have been crazy on your side. You and Rebel had the most cinematic fights in the entire game. Just keeping track of some stuff here. And thank you all for joining us tonight. Friendly reminder that we have 2 events coming up on next week. We have Thursday, the return of our Imperial Guard rework. It's going to be a 2v2 tournament. We might have a prize pool for that one. Just trying to figure that one out in the meantime. But the big ticket event is Saturday night next week. It is a $100 prize pool tournament. And what's really special is that it is going to be an all random event, meaning that there's no balance. You go in crazy 1v1, and the only faction you can pick is all random. It's literally gambling with your channel points for the monies and with your skill sets. Ladies and gentlemen, let's get this game casted here for the second semifinals to see who has the honor to move on to the grand finals. All right, so I'm not sure if these actually translate to the right matchups. So we'll wait and see until we actually get into the game. Oh, this is semis? Yes, sir, Fufu. This is the second match of semis, immediately going to grand finals. Ladies and gentlemen of the Grimdark Future, welcome to the second game here of our semifinals series. Over here in the blue team, we have the Magnificent Jeff on the Farseer, Princess on their War Boss, and Mendicant Bias on the Hive Tyrant this time, versus red team with Puluko yet again on his Lord General, Aspect on his Apothecary, and A-Move on his Crisis Suit Commander. Over here, we do see the Tau with A-Move is probably going to be fighting Jefferson. Princess down in the middle versus Aspect, and Mendicant Bias down here in the left side of the map versus Pilico. So Mendicant is going to having the raid boss challenge to see if he can beat the guard with Tyrannid, ladies and gentlemen. Sentinel up here, moving on, destroying all the cover here for the Tyrannid. Okay, Hive Tyrant leading the charge into the Sentinel. Whoa! Thank you so much for the wall, Fufu. So I assume we're out, right, Scarab? Yes, sir, Sebastian. That was the semifinals. So just kick up your boots and enjoy the rest of the stream. Hive Tyrant taking lots of DPS here from the Guardsman. Already at half health, that poor Hive Tyrant. Guardsman and the Sentinel, really nice focus fire. Hormigons are now against the Guardsman. Termagant's trying to do a little bit DPS into the Guardsman as well. Stomp is out, though. The Stomp will be able to shut down the Hormigons as the Hormigons get full wiped. Oh, that's such an expensive loss here for the Tyrannids already. Oh, dear God, that's a nightmare fuel. Losing a squad that early is vicious as the Hive Tyrant's desperately trying to get the victory point cap, but is forced to retreat as Pilico's Guardsmen continue to push on forward. Down in the middle, what the hell happened? Aspect locked his Apothecary here to the Princess.
Make the Emperor proud.
Oh, hopefully you feel better, Sebastian. Sad to see that you're feeling a little bit sick, it seems. Feel better, Sebastian. Guardsman here trying to take some cover against the Shooter Boys. As Apothecary, dude, how did Aspect lose his Apothecary? Okay, up here in the north, we do see the Tau push back the Eldar. Have a nice evening, Sebastian. Thank you so much for joining us, and thank you so much for playing, buddy. Okay, up here in the middle, we do see War Boss being pushed back here. As Pilico retakes the victory point. Tau there. Gonna be decapping the power node. And so far, map control is gonna be going over here to the red team. Eldar just trying to buy their time as the Rangers do have their long rifles. Gonna be harassing the Tau here. Vespid do come out here for a move. Really good solution, especially against Eldar, especially if you see Rangers already. No, Sebastian, totally get it, especially with you playing that well. So take the well-earned rest. Farseer are going to be ambushing the Crisis Commander there, tagging him in melee. Farseer going to be chasing after him as well, alongside the Banshees. It's a very cautious game here on the side, it seems. Down here in the victory points, we do see the Tyranids push up. Warrior Brood do have their Barb Stranglers. Arty Spotters do drop a smoke, preventing all the shooting there from the Tyranids. Oh, that's such an unfortunate micro there. That smoke really prevented all that Tyranid shooting. They took so much damage there from the guardsmen. Hive Tyrant did get the decap on the victory point, but Mendicant Bias being pushed back here once more by Pilico. Down here in the middle, we do see an engagement. Aspect is fighting to the death here with the Apothecary with Aspect, with Princess. Princess actually was fighting on top of the vials there from the Apothecary. Mass retreat sounded here by the Orcs. As the Vespids decap the side objective, the Eldar still in a standstill versus the Tau. There's literally like no man's land on this side of the map. But down here, we do see the Guardsmen continue the power bash here. Do set up a multi-last turret there on the generators. Raveners do jump out of the and do knock the Guardsmen out of cover, but a really nice heal from the medic there from the Lord General. Why did the Raveners retreat? They were so healthy still. Mass retreat there coming out from Mendicant Bias as Pilico continues to fiend on the generator there for blue team. Yes, Rebel. So the Hormagaunts died literally in the very first engagement. They got stun locked by the Sentinel and died. Power node and generator do go down here as the multi-last turret continues to DPS there. 2 generators down. Mendicant Bias does lead the charge there versus Pilico. Yeah, Rebel, I saw that. They were stuck in the Chaos Worship there for the Corn. Okay, Warbot's getting very low there, as well as the Pain Boy. Princess cannot afford to lose them. Tier 2 being researched already by Pilico. First player to research Tier 2 this game.
Support structure complete.
Okay, Ravenous here trying to do something, trying to find the right angle here. Both teams trying to just, you know, find their footing for the next engagement. Sentinel will be taking a little bit DPS there from the Termagants. Nice flank here from the Space Marines, but the Orcs and Tyranids do collapse on him. Get a mass suppression. The grenades there missing from the Scouts. Tactical's now compressed, but the Assault Marines do jump into the Orc wall there. Terminus turn around, trying to DPS there into the Sentinel. Suppression coming out there. Raveners get knocked over, but they actually get a burrow there and do knock out the Guardsmen. Termagant's trying to DPS into the Sentinel. Warbot's getting stun locked there in the back by the Assault Squad. Hive Tyrant coming in from the flank. Raveners getting super low, forced to retreat. Termagant's getting almost full wipe there by the Apothecary. Oh god, the Vile Grenades. Mendicant actually lost the Termagant squad. If that Termagant dies, that's to be 2 squads dead. Oh my god, Mendicant just lost his entire army, it seems. Oh, that was an awful engagement here. Dude, that Vile from the Apothecary really obliterated Mendicant Bias. Pilico here stepping over the corpses of the Tyranids as they secure that side objective. As the Eldar are here trying to find their footing, they can push up. Dude, this is just still like no man's land here. Terminus just ate that Purification Vial, dude, literally. Tyranids did not notice the vials, but neither did Scarab. See, listen, Pano, I only have so much. Jeff can carry this if he doesn't collapse. Well, he could. Okay, nice grenade there. Oh my god, the Pathfinders took a massive volley there. Oh, Farseer getting very low. Crisis Commander full surrounded there by the Banshees as the double Rangers do set up here. Nice DPS there. Jeff being very slow and methodical with his engagement. Vespid do come out there with the Flamers. Guardians do build their cover there. Vespids do get a flank. Miss the stun there. Banshees do counter engage. Rangers do start DPSing into the Vespids, but the Devilfish will push all of this back. Jeff does not have any anti-vehicle transition now, as a move rush tier 2, and that Devilfish will be bullying all the forces of the Tau here. Down in the middle here, we do see the Space Marines trying to run down the Orcs. Jeff will tilt while winning trust as Rook. Oh. Oh no. Oh no. Why is the game frozen? Why is the game frozen? Why is the game frozen?
They won't get away this time.
Scarab will crash while
faster.
watching. No! Is it me? Alright. Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. Never mind, never mind, never mind, never mind. You guys thought. You guys thought. You guys thought. You guys thought. Let's go. The game didn't crash. The game did not crash. We're just seeing everything in fast forward. We do see a weird boy getting completely surrounded there. Warboss almost going down. Guardsman then taking a lot of DPS though. Power Node's gonna be going down. As red team is just evaporating everything here. Guardsmen do just now cast fast to do literally, yeah, have to cast at 2 times speed. Okay, Termagon's getting almost wiped there. Okay, now we're caught up. We're finally caught up here. Generator getting decapped there by the Sentinel. And it's looking very dire here for blue team. I believe those are Sternguard going to be hitting the field here, as the Orcs try to defend the victory points there. Sternguard trying to DPS into the Orc wall. Apothecary just kind of standing there. He could throw a vial in there. That'd be sick. Stealth team getting bullied there. Ooh, these poor Pathfinders are caught in melee by a bunch of Orcs, and A-Move does not notice the Pathfinder wipe. Oh god, those poor Pathfinders. Weirdboy does use his ability to stunlock the Space Marines, but the Apothecary is trying to 1v1 the Weirdboy. Weirdboy getting very low on the retreat. Apothecary does throw a vial into the grenades. Oh my god. The double grenade wipe there was a vicious aspect. Holy fuck. But the Apothecary did pay with his life for that one. But those are 2 units down. Brutal. Dude, literally those double grenades were vicious, dude. That was neat. Pillow team gonna win? Yeah, dear God in heaven. It's being... What red team is doing to blue team right now is vicious. And GG has been wrong, ladies and gentlemen. Red team will be moving on to the grand finals. Let's end the prediction here and give red team the W here. Loves, thank you so much for the follow. Love, I thought you were already followed, buddy. You've been here for a couple of times. And ladies and gentlemen, now we're going to be transitioning here to the grand finals. Congratulations to Team 4. And we see the grand finals between Team 4 and Team 3. Who will win? Princess, hello. I don't know what happened to my follow. No worries, loves. All right, guys, the loading screen is over, and now we're going to be moving on to the grand finals. Salty Cup grand finals. And for the grand finals, the map is going to be... Estia Province. Me, I will win. I believe in you, Sketchies. So it's going to be Estia Province. Where is it at? Give me the Estia. There it is. 1v3, let's go. So true. Aspect, you were evil with those grenades, buddy. Who did you dirty today? Princess, you did good. You did good, but I think it's just like red team was just, especially Aspect. Aspect of like obliterated you with those grenades. But while everybody loads up, you know what time it is. Open your wallets, guys. It's gamblings. The grenades didn't bother you much? Gotcha. Sketchies wants everybody to know that you can find him behind the Walmart. He can 1v3. He can take on 3 guys by himself, according to Sketchies. So, hopefully in a fight. I feel like I traded pretty okay versus Aspect. So, yeah, no, I think you were dancing really well versus Aspect. Is that Pilico was feasting on bot lane. Where those guys, like, the Tyranids were getting eviscerated by the Sentinel. It was over when the Tyranid ate the vials. Yeah, the Termagons, like losing a Hormagon squad is not the end of the world, but the double Termagon WAP was awful. I mean, I would too, though, Vano, for sure. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's get the grand finals started. I hope everybody here has had a wonderful Saturday evening, because I sure have. And thank you, everybody who participated in the Swiss portion. Is that Heretics with 2 Space Marines? The doobie. I mean, to be honest, are you surprised? Rebel literally goes Chaos Lord, Chaos every single game of his entire life. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to tonight's grand finals here. Up in the red team, we have good old Pilico leading the charge with his Lord General. A move on the Crisis Suit Commander. And Aspect again with his Apothecary. Let's see if we see any more Vial action from Aspect. Over here in the blue team, we do see Rebel and the Chaos Terminator Lord. Darn Dragoon and the Force Commander. And New Fancy here on his own Apothecary this time. Okay. Looks like we do have a move here in the middle versus Darn Dragoon. Up in the side, we have Pilico versus New Fancy. Gonna be a rematch. Down here, the bottom's gonna be Rebel versus Aspect. Chaos Lord versus Apothecary. Okay, Sentinel coming out early here to try to harass New Fancy. We'll be shooting into the scouts who are not in cover. Apothecary just kind of waddling over there. Tacticals here pushing up, trying to push back the Sentinel. Apothecary trying to shut down the Lord General over there. Does push them back. Tacticals trying to DPS the Lord General. But over here, we do see some Chaos Worship. Chaos Lord being supercharged by the Worship of Khorne and launching himself into melee with the Tacticals. Heretics now going to be chasing after him. Tacticals do get bravely into the building, as the Apothecary does chase after the Heretics. Full surround on the full surround into a knockback on the Apothecary. Oh my god, Aspect lost the Apothecary. That's a massive pick here for Rebel. Beautiful special knockback there from Rebel's Chaos Lord into the knockback, into the full surround. Really great plays there from Rebel. Space Marines trying to push up, but the CSM trying to provide cover there. Cracking rounds being popped there by the Tacticals. Chaos Lord trying to run around, do some wipes. But the CSM will be exchanging firepower. Up in the north, we do see a different situation here, as the Sentinel leads the charge here versus the Scouts. No, sorry, that's not the Scouts, the Tacticals. And the middle seems to be pretty chill. Tau here is going to be chasing after the Space Marines, as Aspect's Tacticals overextended. Tactical squad here moving up. CSM pushing up here. Yes, Team Blue. I'd probably be buying more Stone Boys. Probably. Yeah, Aspect losing his Apothecary was very vile. Yeah, up here in the north, Pilico gonna be sieging the forces of New Fancy here. Yeah, Dragoon here trying to help. Sentinel being repaired here as New Fancy desperately tries to exchange fire into the Sentinel. Aspect has lost her Apothecary in both semis and now in the grand final. That's so true, actually, Princess. Okay. We do see Aspect leading the charge here. Nice marker lights coming out. Raptor's going to be shutting down the scouts and the tacticals. Tacticals pushing up a little bit too far. Luckily, the tower there to try to support the Raptors, but a lot of DPS is going into the scouts there. Heretics getting mulched here by the Tau gun line, forced to retreat. Tacticals doing really good DPS versus the CSM. Tacticals here trying to get the decap as the Raptors do shut down these Pathfinders. Pathfinders forced to retreat. And the forces of Red Team will be able to recapture the site objective. And the Apothecary is now back on the field, ladies and gentlemen. Nice plays here from A-Move. Up in the north, though, it's a different situation. Pilico's getting collapsed here by two players. New Fancy setting up his Devastators to try to suppress the Guardsmen as the Assault Squad here from Dart Dragoon. Dart Dragoon really playing really well this game. Tacticals here trying to provide some cover fires. It's a mass retreat from the Guardsmen. Any Flamers here? Flamers being purchased here by New Fancy, trying to bash the Generators from Red Team. Vespids do come out. Vespids will be the key to shut down these Devastators, but the Assault Squad and Force Commander are going to be shutting them down. Tactical's about to get the Flamers out. Vespids do leap, miss their targets, and do get suppressed and forced to retreat there. Scouts getting very, very dangerously focused fired there. Dragoon, don't forget your Scouts! Dragoon has forgotten about his Scouts. Devastators getting knocked over there by the Artist Squads. Dragoon is trying to bum rush the Tau into the base. Assault Squad's being slowed there and forced to retreat. As New Fancy does luckily have two Devastators up, will be suppressing the Guardsmen as the Tactical with the Flamer needs to prioritize the Generators. Okay, Tacticals here with the Flamers actually forcing the Guardsmen back. Nice smoke bombs there from the Arty Spotters, preventing the range fire there from the Tacticals. As the Tau try to DPS there, Arty Spotters will be knocking out one of the Devastator squads. Luckily, there's another one there being healed by the Apothecary. Flamers here focusing the Sentinel. They should be focusing the Generators, or actually the people right next to them. Yeah, the Flamers are going to be cooking those Guardsmen out of that building. Devastators here providing a really good cover fire. How do these Guardsmen not get full? Oh, it's a Lord General, that's why. Okay, double Arty Spotters here to counter the double Devastators. Massive Tau flank here will be forcing the Devastators back. Luckily, they could retreat. As New Fancy, I think he got one Generator, but not much out of this push. Vespids here going to be feasting in the retreat, doing as much damage as they can with the Flamers. And Red Team will be able to re-push this section. But down the south, ooh, Rebel about to lose his Chaos Lord, it seems. As Aspect desperately tries to push forward. Grenade being thrown there on top of the Noise Marines. Does shut down the CSM and forcing a retreat here at a Rebel. Okay, now we see Pilico and A-Move will be sieging the forces of Blue Team here. As Tier 2 is being researched by Rebel, New Fancy, and A-Move. Dragoon leading the charge with his Assault Squad will be counter-engaged there by the Vespids. Second Assault Squad does engage the Vespids. Vespids are going to be overpowered there in melee. There's a lot of range firepower there from the Guardsmen. Flamer there from the Tacticals trying to punish the Guardsmen. Apothecary needs to heal the Tacticals though. Vespids full surround. Oh, the Vespids get wiped. Nice pick there. Force Commander trying to 1v1 the Crest 2 Commander. Guardsmen going to be suppressed there by the Devastators. And nice Arty Spotter play there from Pilico. Second Devastator army trying to set up there. Going to be suppressing the Guardsmen. Assault Squad trying to chase after the Tau. Devastator's getting very low though. Multi-laser turret trying to DPS into the Apothecary. Yeah, the double spotters are evil, dude. Meanwhile, the Assault Squad here are kind of just feasting against the Tau gun line in the back. But New Fancy's being pushed back here, meaning that Graviton is now all by himself here. Force Commander still chasing after it. Does have the armor alacrity giving him sprint. Tagging those guys in melee. But down here in the bottom, we do see Rebel being engaged here. Heretics doing really good DPS. Oh, the Scouts are full surrounded. Scouts trying to go invisible. And 29 health on these Scouts. Mark of Slanesh on them. And the Chaos Lord. The Chaos Lord did not melee for some reason. 11 health on the Scout. 8 health on the Scout. The Chaos Lord missed. Oh my god. And the Chaos Lord dies and the Scouts live. The Scouts live with 3 health and the fucking Chaos Lord died. Oh, Aspect repaid the favor here. Up here in the north, we do see the guardsmen being pushed back here as the multi-laser turret finally goes down. Wait, no, Aspect did not repurchase the apothecary, Tom. The apothecary got resurrected by Dragoon. Okay, we do see the Tau here. Very back and forth game. Rhino coming out here. I'm sorry, Razorback coming out here for the new fancy. This will really help push back all this light infantry from the Tau. Heavy bolter going crazy. Broadside already on the field, ladies and gentlemen. Sentinel has now transitioned into a missile launcher to deal with the Razorback. Lol, instant smoke. Yep. Okay, Tacticals here setting up here. We do see Aspect gearing up for another fight here, but Rebel is nowhere in sight to contest him. Mark of Corn CSM upgrade already. Massive push being called up here in the north. Scouts here in cover, luckily. Actually, I don't think they're in cover. They're literally perfectly in a place without cover. Any vials from this apothecary? No vials on any apothecary. Broadside will be granting a lot of cover here. As Pilico retakes the north generator. Okay, Dragoon leads his forces with a double assault squad. Tagging the Tau in melee. The Tau are now fully contested. Pathfinder misses his grenade. Assault squad does shut down the broadside. Force commander going to be charging into the forces of the guardsmen. Tacticals taking a lot of DPS there from the focus fire of the guardsmen. Tacticals might be full wiped. Oh my god, the plasma full wipes Dragoon's Tacticals. Oh, Dragoon was so focused on killing the broadside, he did not notice the wipe on his own men. Where's the Razorback? Thank you so much for the follow, Neotar. Appreciate it. Neotatar. That's a cool name. Sentinel here. Does not have the crack missiles out. Uses... Oh, Lehman Russ turret being summoned there to take out the Razorback. Oh my god. The Sentinel turret combo wiped the Razorback. It's looking dire for the north section here of blue team.
Oh, whip these grunts
That's
into
shape, dude. Literally.
Time to make the Emperor proud.
Oh my god, dude. The Devastator's Marines getting obliterated there by the turret. Dude, the siege will continue until morale approves. Pilico has called in his raid turret. God, the double arty spotters. Luckily, there's a whirlwind there to try to stop the siege. Orbital relay even being called here. Oh my god. Dude, the range on that thing. Dude, literally, I wish I could see the range, but sadly I can't. Scouts here getting shot by the turret. Whirlwind trying to do some DPS there. But while this dive is happening, Rebel's doing the exact same thing to Aspect. Dreadnought here will be pushing back the Raptors. The Raptors are stun locked for some reason. Oh my god, will the Dreadnought actually wipe the Raptors? Luckily, the last model seems to be able to get out alive. Nice power bash here from Rebel, destroying the generator farm there. But the generator farm here for blue team will also be taken out. Darn Dragoon leading his forces. Assault squad stunning the Sentinel. Shield drones being popped there by the Fire Warriors. Scouts trying desperately. The Scouts need to throw a grenade or something. They're in melee, being forced to retreat here. Assault squad trying to take out the Sentinel. Sentinel taking a lot of DPS there from the Assault squads. Oh my god, the Sentinel does go down. Nice snipe there from Dragoon. Whirlwind doing really good CC DPS there. But the Tau gun line will push back the forces of the Space Marines. The double Devastators are getting very, very low. Whirlwind doing another volley, missing. Plasma Devastator missed. Oh. But we do see Aspect now trying to punish Rebels overextension. Oh, but Plague Marines, though. Plague Marines do get the soul on the Dreadnought. Oh, they missed the missile. They missed the missile. For some reason, they shut the wall. Oh, my God. Nice micro there from Aspect. Using the Stomp and the line of sight, preventing the missile there as the Plague Marines do not have line of sight there. Blood Letters being summoned to DPS into the Tacticals. A lot of damage going on that Dreadnought. Dreadnought turned around. The Plague Blink Marines shoot another missile. Do stun lock the Dreadnought. He is now permanently slowed by the Plague Marines. Plague Marines should be able to take out the Dreadnought, and then his end will finally... What the fuck am I trying to say? His duty will finally end with his death. Unless he starts punching the fucking Plague Marines. That works. This Dreadnought is still alive. I was trying to be all cinematic, and I started, and this Dreadnought is not dying. Oh, no. Oh, never mind. It was a joke. Aspect's Dreadnought has fallen, ladies and gentlemen. As Pilico is forced to retreat here by a creeping barrage, it seems. It's a very back and forth game. Gun drones being called in here by a move. Gonna get the burst cannons here. Aspect is in a lot of trouble here losing that Dreadnought. Rebel has a substantially better army, and Aspect is still stuck in tier 2. He can go to tier 3 if he likes to go. Get auto modded, Tom. That's so funny. Okay, Devastator's here in the side. Scouts retaking the middle as the Tau elect to defend that wreck point. Plasma gun on the Cryptsuit Commander that will really help it really DPS into Space Marines. Like, look at that damage. Assault Squad are there. Drones will be spotted there. Luckily, Dragoon has a second pair of Assault Squad. Assault Squad will be able to shut down the gun drones as the Force Commander chases after the Cryptsuit Commander with a Power Fist. Meanwhile, here we do see the Guardsmen continue to siege the Gen Farm here. Space Marines electing not to fight this. Dragoon needs to immediately collapse on this, which he is. One generator will be going out. New Fancy moving up as well. Tier 3 being researched by Pilico, ladies and gentlemen. First player to go tier 3 in this grand finals. Soul Squad do get slowed, but luckily do get their jump, and a mass flank here from Dragoon. Nice smoke bomb on them, but that's a melee army here coming to flank. Scouts here being almost wiped. Grenade going to be tagging his own Assault Squad, but Force Commander is in melee. Assault Squad walked all the way in here and are in melee as well. And a mass retreat is being sounded here by Pilico. Down here on the other side of the map, we do see the Chaos Forces trying to push into Aspects. Mark of Khorne CSM in melee with tacticals. Bleeding a lot of damage, though, to the scouts here. Heretics will be trying to run it down. Noise Marines trying to suppress the scouts. Bloodletters being summoned there by the sacrificial heretics. Oh my god, those tacticals can get wiped here by the Bloodletters. Oh no, that's a very precarious situation. If Aspect loses these tacticals, but magically didn't even lose a single model in this retreat? What the hell? Okay, other tacticals being tagged in melee. How the fuck did Aspect not lose a single model there? That was crazy. Magically, he's Space Marines. Space Marine bleed. Angels of Death. Yeah. Okay, New Fancy here trying to siege. Ooh, nice Plasma Devastator. Does hit the Guardsman. Assault Squad immediately jump in, trying to shut down the Guardsman. Whirlwind trying to do some DPS. Tacticals with the Flamer leading the charge. Shield Drum being dropped there. An Orbital Relay being summoned there, as well as I believe some Stern Guard are on the field trying to DPS into the Guardsmen. Gun drones are up, suppressing some of the Guardsmen. Assault Squad immediately shut down the broadside as Dragoon now forces a chase. Dragoon needs to shut down those gun drones, though, or else all of his units will be shut down. But a Lehman Russ is summoned already by Pilico. This will push all the forces of Dragoon back here, ladies and gentlemen. Scouts here getting very close. New Fancy accidentally moved the scouts a little bit too forward. Force Captain there using his Power Fist to shut down the Lehman Russ, but the Lehman Russ is now active shooting again. As the Tacticals do destroy a generator, but now it's a full retreat astounding. Tacticals are also forced to retreat. Creeping Barrage knocking everybody over here. As there's no answer to this Lehman Russ. Tier 3 being researched by almost every player now. Vanquisher Cannon being researched now by Pilico. Down here in the south, we do have Rebel pushing Aspect back. Raptors do tag the scouts there in melee. But yeah, Lehman Russ will now be able to push this generator farm. New Fancy is nowhere near to tier 3, ladies and gentlemen. Vanquisher Battle Cannon will be easily destroy this generator farm. Pilico always goes Vanquisher. It's very true. Second generator down, one left. Aspect is floating so much wreck. I'm curious to see what he's going to be calling in. Probably Terminators. Okay, we do have New Fancy and Dragoon lead the charge there. Broadside trying to counter engage. Double melt the bomb on top of the Lehman Russ. Double snares. Lehman Russ now at half health, but still shooting. Third melt the bomb on the Lehman Russ. Dude, all of these Space Marines are throwing everything they can to destroy the Lehman Russ. Lehman Russ getting tagged in melee. Force Commander there with the Power Fist. Can't take it out. Does stun lock the Lehman Russ, but a mass barrage will be able to knock all the Space Marines out. The repair on the Lehman Russ. Lehman Russ goes down to the Force Captain's power of melee. Wow, the mass melee Space Marine army actually killed the Lehman Russ. What is going on? Scouts also in melee for some fucking reason. Stern Guard on the retreat path. The Force Captain just being an absolute raid boss, knocking over all these guardsmen. Pilico's army is melting, ladies and gentlemen. It's just guardsmen and arty spotters now. Wow. Dude, holy hell. Nice plays there from Dragoon and New Fancy. Exceptional team plays right there. Rebel trying to DPS, but Aspect did call in some Terminators. Do have missile launchers there. Gonna be knocking over a couple of Noise Marines and friends. Heretics being sacrificed. I think Rebel sacrificed the whole squad there to summon the Bloodletters. Noise Marines trying to DPS into the Terminators, but the Terminators will now force melee into them. Power Fist will easily be able to beat the brakes off of those Noise Marines. As Aspect teleports, tries to get a wipe on the Noise Marines. One model left, 85 health, will manage to live. Pilico trying to lick his wounds here and trying to push forward. New Fancy still stuck in tier 2, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, Tau here trying to destroy this generator farm in the middle. Terminators will be continuing their siege here on the gen farm. There's not much here that Rebel can do against fully upgraded Terminators. Pilico will also continue to siege New Fancy here. New Fancy needs to transition to tier 3. Every second he doesn't, Pilico has another chance of getting another Lehman Russ. Assault Squad will be shutting down the Guardsmen. Tactical's getting very low. Whirlwind trying to DPS does knock back some of the arty spotters. As the Scout also lead the charge. Krutox Riders on the field, ladies and gentlemen. That's going to be the Tao's answer to all this melee spam. Krutox Riders doing really good in melee so far. Gun drones are going to be completely tagged. Gun drones might be going wiped as the Krutox Riders provide a screen saving the gun drones. Krutox Riders still at full health. Broadside in melee for some reason. Guardsmen trying to DPS into the Assault Squad. Assault Squad needs to get very careful. Apothecary still there, raging in melee. Scouts getting domed there by the Broadside. Apothecary being forced to retreat as the Krutox Rider push back everything though. Devastators might get wiped there. Oh, New Fancy does lose the Apothecary and the Devastators. Okay, Rebel does have a Predator out, ladies and gentlemen. Did push the forces of Aspect back. Aspect is getting his own Predator. Why are Krutox Riders not showing in the roster? That is a observer bug, Fissler. That is a known bug when the Tau summon a drone. There's actually a fake drone here. The Krutox Riders are there. It's just there's a fake drone taking up a slot for some reason. It's a bug. Okay, Predator there getting smoked. Okay, Krutox Rampages here trying to deal with the Terminators. Terminators have Lightning Claws now in melee. Dude, Dragoon has hated this Broadside since the very beginning of the game, and he finally kills it. Now the Assault Squad will be feasting in melee, causing a mass panic retreat on the Tau. Dragoon has literally been chasing this fucking Broadside since the beginning of tier 2. That's awesome. Down here in the south, we do see the Terminators push back. Raptors here do have the Power Maul, knocking over these Tacticals. Terminators trying to do as much DPS as they can. Raptors being forced back. Chaos Sword now taking the full brunt of the damage. Plague Marines also forced back as Aspect will recover that side of the map. As Bullgrains are called here from Umbilicos as tier 3 solution to all the melee. New Fancy finally being able to afford tier 3. But the Bullgrains will now be able to push back these scouts. Predator here getting caught out by the Terminators. Luckily, I don't think the Predator's in trouble here. Okay, missile launcher being used by the Terminators is completely avoided by the Predator. Ooh, nice melt-a-bomb on the Predator over there. Does snare it as the Assault Squad tries to flank here. Oh, that's a last cannon Predator. It's getting contested here by the other Predator. Last cannon Predator, half health, Rebels Predator. Oh, the last cannon Predator almost takes out the Predator, ladies and gentlemen. Apothecary does go down there to Aspect. Raptors and Terminators here trying to feast. The Assault Terminators will beat the brakes out of the Terminator squad. Whirlwind trying to take out the Predator. Oh no. Oh no, the Force Captain. That's a level 5 Force Captain. Does teleport. Politely lets the Predator out. Do what? Dude, Dragoon, please, for the love of God, stop shooting it and punch it. Oh, dude, that was a little bit of a miss micro. Oh no, the Assault Squad Terminators will actually be able to wipe Aspect's Terminators. That is a massive expensive blunder there from Aspect losing that. Get path blocked? Dude, that literally was pathing. Dragoon tried to teleport, but he got path blocked. But while all this is happening, Pilico's doing an all-in dive here. Pushing New Fancy back. Plasma Devastator trying to get a volley. Does shoot into the... Oh, the Plasma Devastator missed. Scouts are trying desperately to DPS into the Bullgrin. Plasma Devastator getting a second shot. Does hit the Bullgrins point blank. Half-healthing them. Darn Dragoon here leading the charge of the Assault Squad. Oh god, those Bullgrin will be eating those Assault Squad for lunch. Nice save with the other Assault Squad, staggering the CC there. 88 victory points left for blue team though. Pilico's doing a lot of damage here on the sides. Plague Marines being used to decap there. Crisis Suit team is on the field as well. Oh my god, that's a point blank Artie's barrage. Luckily the Plague Marines did get the decap. Strike team being used there to capture the victory point once more. Crisis Suit team gonna take a volley from the Plasma Devastator. Luckily they do get out of there. Bullgrin's leading the charge here in melee. Oh, Plasma Devastator missed the blob there. Whirlwind trying to CC. Bullgrin's completely in melee, forcing the tacticals back. Plasma Devastator does hit the guardsman finally. Assault Squad here. Oh, Assault Terminators in melee with the Krutox Riders, taking a lot of DPS. Luckily, they managed to teleport out. It's a massive barrage here in the middle as the Bullgrin continue to feast in melee, ladies and gentlemen. Guardsman almost getting full wiped there by the Assault Squad. Plasma Devastator needs to get a volley into the Guardsman fast. Plague Marines will be going down. Oh, nasty Plasma Devastator shot there. Tacticals here getting eviscerated. New Fancy's going to be losing his tacticals there on the side. Plasma Devastator again almost full wiping those Guardsman blobs. Okay, Krutox Rider going to be stun locked here by the Assault Squad. The Whirlwind not really doing much, it seems. And blue team did manage to stabilize. As the fight continues, double Assault Squad being the MVP this entire game. Dragoon really playing to his heart's content here. Tagging the Crisis Suit team in melee. I think the Crisis Suit team does not have any more jumps. I think the Assault Squad can easily chase them out of the field here. But while this is happening, Aspect actually managed to push Rebel all the way back to his spawn. Predator trying to get repaired there. Oh, Noise Marines hit the wall instead of the Predator. Yeah, victory points are running very low. 46 victory points here for blue team, as red team might be able to steal the victory here. New Fancy canceled his tier 3 upgrade. Okay, Rebel going to be pushing back Aspect, it seems, as Darn Dragoon comes in to help. Crisis Suit Commander just being casually here on the side. Does have a Fusion Blaster, is chasing after the Whirlwind, ladies and gentlemen. Oh my god, the Captain. The Captain did get the ambush. The upgraded Captain. The crazy new commander did destroy the whirlwind there with a fusion blaster. Nice assassination there. Oh no, Jordan Dragoon, the hero, the level 7 force commander. Holy hell. Predator here trying to do some DPS. Rebel about to lose his Mark of Core and CSM. Oh, last cannon Predator. Can't get a real view shot there on that Predator. Oh no, Rebel, do not lose your Predator. One more body, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, the last cannon missed. Oh, Rebel, what are you doing, buddy? Ladies and gentlemen, Aspic finally killed Rebel's Predator and it leveled up. 27 victory points left for blue team. Land Raider being called in by Aspect now. Melt-a-bomb going off there. As the Noise Marines full wipe the tacticals. What a shot! From downtown and then shot the wall right in front of him. That's awesome. Ladies and gentlemen, there's a Baneblade here in the middle of the victory point from Bielico. Hey, yeah, it's GG's. 27 victory points left for blue team. They can't really kill that Baneblade in the middle, I think. Assault Squad going on, being fully upgraded Vanguard vets. As GG is called, ladies and gentlemen, congratulations to Red Team here for taking tonight's 3v3 tournament win. Wow, guys, what an absolute showing. I think this has been an exceptional event, an exceptional game, and congratulations to everybody that participated in tonight's event. But more importantly, GG's to Pilico, A-Move, and Aspect for winning tonight's event. Yes, sir, it is a finals best of one because it's a 3v3 event. And GG's to Red Team. I was so wrecked, Starp. Dude, what a game, guys. Thank you so much for everybody joining us tonight. Thank you all those that participated in the Swiss portion of the event. Thank you all for enjoying tonight's cast. Friendly reminder that next week we have multiple events going through. Join us on Thursday for a Imperial Guard rework tournament. And make sure to join us on Saturday for that $100 prize pool event, guys. Aspect says Elden Ring live action movie. How do we feel? Wait, there's an Elden Ring live action movie? What the fuck? You're lying to me. But GG's, well played. Team Aspect win. GG's, Pilico, you evil Dark Lord with your guardsmen. Thanks for the chill commentary while I drew. Absolutely. In 2028? I don't know, man. I don't know why we need more movies of video games. Getting some water. My throat is dying. I'm gonna go eat dinner and enjoy the rest of my evening. I hope you absolute bosses enjoy your nights as well. I love every single one of you. And let's see. Do we have somebody to raid tonight? Do we have somebody to raid? We do not. Oh well. GG's, everybody. I love you guys and have a wonderful, wonderful night. Bye. Hi. That was a fun stream. Well, that's one way of ending the stream.